real. If I send your zodiac sign, put it in the chat, guys. Like a really good okay, with love, we gotta have a little reality check real quick. You gotta just be the best you can be, not anybody else. It's only you at the end of the day.
What is up, guys? We are having another Tribe Tea session. If you guys do not know what Tribe Teas are, and this is your first time seeing me, hi, hello. My name is Naja, aka the Voodoo Child, and we are live. We're also live on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. As you guys can see, if you want to be in the chat, you gotta be on Twitch. But shout out to the YouTube chat. We appreciate the tribe member regardless of what platform, okay? Look at y'all. Y'all showing out this week. What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? What's up? So, if you guys are new here, this probably isn't like the best segment to start off on because this time of year we do updates, which is basically we give updates of stories past, tribe teas past. People tell us what they did with our advice, or just like with their life, whether they took the advice or not. They just give us a nice little update on what went on. So I have 6 updates off the bat. We have this one is very recent, so I'm going to read it first because it's probably like fresh. This was read in October of this year, and it is the narc 26-year-old ex story. Y'all remember that? And oh, by the way, with each story, I'm going to be telling you guys the date that the original Tribe Tea was streamed. So if you want to go get refreshed, you can go back and watch them. So we have the narc 26-year-old one. Okay. This one is also pretty recent, so I'm going to read it. After that, it is my BFF for 11 years ghosted me over a month. So they're going to give us an update on that. Oh, y'all sent pictures. So cute. Super cute. You talking about oh my God, what is this? What is this? You found some text messages. Damn, y'all used to text each other books. What the hell, girl? Wow. There might be something a little homoerotic going on between y'all. No shade. Okay, my bad. Because I need to get refreshed on these stories too, so I don't really know the real tea. So please take everything I'm saying right now with a grain of salt. So the third one we're going to get to is follow up to safe sex is important. And I do remember reading this one. The fourth one is my first heartbreak and confusion update. The fifth one is trapped in a Florida lease update. And oh my gosh, I remember this one. This one was crazy. And then we have baby was mad over a little bit of cleavage. I think I remember that one, but I really don't. I'm not even going to hold you. But she did send the original story, so I'm going to get brushed out. Oh my God, they got screenshots of the original story. Ooh, all I see is, so you're not coming over to the house anymore? And he said, I'm not finna keep driving an hour to see someone who disregards what I asked them not to wear out of the house. Sir, are you somebody's daddy? The fuck? Oh, hell no. This is toxic. Okay, well, I'm going to refresh myself on those texts because, sir, you better be giving somebody a discount to some clothing store. You better be giving someone some Fashion Nova coupons or some shit, talking about what someone can and can't wear. Pause. Y'all in the chat talking about yikes on bikes. No, for real. Well, all right, I'm going to get to the first one. The most recent one that I can remember is the narky 26-year-old ex. And this stream happened on October the 13th or October the 12th, somewhere around there, okay, of this year, of 2023. So they said, hey, Naja, you just read my story in your most recent 4-hour Tribe Tea. It was the first story about my narcissistic ex wanting to stay friends and me not wanting to. At the end of the story, you are wondering what happened, and of course, we could not leave you hanging. So it's going to be another long one, y'all. So be ready. There's only 2 updates that are long. So we're going to get to that one first since it's the longest. So now they are 22, and this story actually continued on for another 1.5 years, totaling 3 years of this narcissistic dude being in my life. And I know, you don't even have to say it. But just to clear up some confusion from the last story, the 5 years part was a typo. It was supposed to be 1.5 years. We had met when I was 18, not 14. Okay, sis, because I was really concerned about what was going on. So just to refresh for anybody, they had an obvious age gap, and he was on some, I'm living in my own apartment and I'm doing my own thing and I'm just about to smash you type of deal, and you're going to have to pay for everything. You're going to have to pay for Ubers to come to my apartment. You're going to have to pay for us to go out. Like, he never took her on dates. And the only time he would do shit was when she would give him an ultimatum, like, I'm about to be done. And then he would do it. And then finally it would be like, okay, well, I just need you in my life. I just need you to be here. And it's like, you don't own me, sir. And when I am here, you're disrespectful. So what are we doing? Yeah, it just all came back to me. So just to clear up some confusion, that's what the age gap was. I wasn't 14, I was 18. So after the whole relationship, he did continue to bug me to stay friends with him. I finally just gave in and said, okay. And y'all, my advice to you, if that's what a narc is doing, I would just play dumb and say okay also, and then just give like the most dry conversation, like barely pick up the phone, like just be a shitty fucking friend, and then they'll get bored and move on. Like, yes, y'all, she was taking Greyhound buses and shit. Yes, this one. Damn. I just gave in and I said okay to being his friend. I actually moved to his city at that point for school, and I was living with my aunt. He was the only person I really knew up there at the time. Girl, if you didn't make some friends and cut it out. At this point, he did start treating me better. But looking back, it was definitely love bombing, because he continued to do it for a few months until I finally gave in to get back into a relationship with him. We went right back to just smashing. But this time with a title. It only took fucking 3.5, 5 years, however long. Jesus. This is a mess, friends. I don't know. Like, my advice for anybody, bruh, you should not be, what is the term? Fucking for peace. You get what I'm saying? Like, or what is it called? What is the old saying? Damn, that shit used to be everywhere. Where it'd be like, don't tell me. Because that shit's gonna bug me. It was like, that's what it was. Bombing for peace is like fucking for virginity. That was the phrase. I don't need to look it up. I was like, damn, I used to have all types of little duffel bags and shit with that on it when I was a little kid, trying to be a little flower child. Yeah. This is, you working backwards. You working backwards, bro. Like, this don't make no damn sense. Like, what is the goal? This man is manipulative as fuck. And then, where was Auntie at? Anyway, all I'm going to say to anybody who is if you're seeing like similar patterns to this in your own life, my advice to you is you should not be, if your goal is working towards a legitimate relationship, you shouldn't be fucking. Like, that don't make no damn sense. You should be courting each other. Like, what are you doing? No, for real. This is why you should be cutting ties with your exes, because what the fuck? There's nothing to talk about. So he finally bought me a gift for the first time ever, and it was a $200 necklace, which he ended up taking back down the line. But anyway, I was actually starting to feel like he genuinely wanted me, because he was taking me out on dates and started to pay for everything. So fast forward of living with my aunt, while working, I was finally able to get my own nice little spot downtown in a nice little high rise. I know that's right, Buki. And I had a roommate. So when I moved, that's when everything started to go back downhill again. My roommate was 2 years older than me, so we almost became best friends. And she introduced me to her friends, and I eventually started creating a social life for myself. And he did not like that. Shocker. So we argue all the time about me going out and acting single. Oh my gosh. And talking about I'm inviting men to talk to me. I had previously told him how I was, let's say, SA'd by a man in my teen years, and he would throw that in my face. What the fuck? Talking about it's hoe behavior? Oh, Fran. He would have had to go. He would have had to go. What do you mean, hoe behavior? Wow. And she said that broke her because she never healed from the situation. And to this day, it affects me here and there. And he knows that and threw it back at me for that exact reason. Girl, that man is fucking evil. And I'm so sorry that happened to you. Like, at this point, why are we even still messing with him? Just because he's buying you stuff? And see, that's the problem. He done broke. And I'm hoping it's not going to go any farther. And you really did break up with him. But this is what people like him do. They break you the fuck down to the point where him doing the bare minimum is seen as like this grand gesture that should be appreciated. So because you've had a taste of him where you've had to foot it to his house, Greyhound it to his house, Uber to his house, you had to pay for his meals, you had to pay for hotels. Now he's paying for you a $200 necklace, which is a fraction of what you spent to just see him. A little fucking necklace, buying you food, taking you out in a car he already got, but like he had a vehicle, he just didn't take you. These are all bare minimum things he should have been doing, but because he had you in the fucking gutter, you know, he thinks that he has enough pull to be like, oh, how dare you go out and try to run the streets and blah, blah, blah. When it's like, sir, what the fuck? No, I think the fuck not. So he was starting to be extremely possessive, popping up in my apartment, blowing me up every time I went out or was just chilling with friends. He went as far as hacking my Facebook and Instagram to be able to have 24-hour surveillance to make sure I wasn't speaking to any men. So you know he's got bitches, right? You know he's cheating and he got bitches, right? And in my opinion, I feel like he feels so threatened because now you're in downtown. I'm not going to say where you live, but you're in a very poppin' place for young people to live. You live in that life, living in a high rise. You're probably going to run into one of his little flings at some point. Big red flags. No, for real. Big red flag. Y'all funny in the chat. You talk about, bro, ladies, y'all got to start going low because I'm about to bring you up how your mama was a hoe for having you without being married. And we both going to hell. Damn. It'll just like that. Just cleared. Just like that. I know he was doing all of this because I was finally entering my 20s, going out, meeting friends, and glowing up. And he knew men would be gravitating to me more now and that I would discover that there is way better fish out there. I'm telling you, he cheating. I'm telling you, he cheating. I started feeling overwhelmed and I told him we need a break because this is too much. And at this point, I didn't feel a close bond with him anymore, to the point of thinking I needed him in my life like I did when I was 18. So he begged for me to stay. And when that didn't work, he resorted to slut shaming me again, saying the reason I want to break up is so that I can go and smash other dudes. And you know what I would have said? So what if that is why? And right, no shit. Duh. I don't want to fuck with you no more. Like, why is that so hard? And even if that's not the truth, even if you do want to go find yourself, just like homegirl in the chat said, I'm going to hell. Yeah, I'm about to go fuck some niggas, bro. I don't care. Like, since that's what you want to hear so fucking bad. You're right. You're right. Does it feel good being right? Like, bruh, I would be fucking with his ass. Talking about, yup, sure do. Oh my gosh. I really didn't care what assumptions he made. I ended it with him. A few months go by and me and my childhood best friend drive to my city for my birthday. And when we went out, this guy had pulled me to the side and asked for my number. I said no, but he could take my Instagram down because, girl, he was fine. Not gonna lie. He was my exact type to a T. He was a couple months younger, but nonetheless, he was my age. He was tall, had locks, and he was, girl, you just, oh no, he's from there? Fuck it, I'm gonna say it because you're not from there. This man from Milwaukee, y'all. I wouldn't be fucking with no. You messing with a dreadhead from Milwaukee. You are funny, girl. You're funny. You just like, what's up, danger? Like, girl, she talking about he had that accent to him. Yeah, you know what else he probably got with him? Look. What's up, danger? Talking about he had charisma, swag, everything my ex wasn't. Okay. So I give him my IG. I'm not gonna lie, when she said Milwaukee, the first thing I thought of was like a Kia boy or something. Anyway. So I give him my Instagram and me and my friends continue with our night. And the next day I completely forget about him until he messages me. We talk for a week until he asks me on a date. So I agree, and he picks me up, and we went to some cute little taco restaurant downtown and just talked, and it was really fun. Well, that's cute. So fast forward, me and the dude unfortunately didn't end up working because he had a baby mama. I'm about to say, girl, Milwaukee, bow sitter, talking about baby mama and a baby under 2. Woo! And I just wasn't really trying to deal with that type of drama. But it was a fun little fling. Hey, I'm about to go into big sis mode. Listen up, ladies. And listen up, gents. They, thems. Non-bearish. Okay? If you're talking to someone and they have a child under the age of... What is the old lady saying? Under 4, they're still something more or some shit like that. Like, if 2 people share a kid under the age of 4, they still fucking with each other in some sense or fashion, and you just gonna have to eat that. However, if someone has, specifically if a man is out here running the streets and they have a child 3 or under, 2 or under, I don't care if they had the nastiest breakup. That mama better be like in prison for murder or something, bit. Like, and then you better be like single dadding it out in the field type shit. Like, I don't know. It's just really hard to write off the fact that not even 5 years ago, you made a life commitment with somebody and now you're with someone else new. Like, what? Shout out to Momenti. Ooh, that's cute. Thank you for the follow. But no, for real. And like, I mean, it is what it is. Nobody's perfect. But at the end of the day, go and get your little rocks off in the street, I guess. But as for like you're being manipulative. If you're getting a random party, especially if that random party has no children, you're being manipulative by engaging in a relationship with them. Just get your rocks off and leave. You got a fucking kid to raise. They haven't even went to kindergarten yet. Like, that's really when shit start. You know, you can put them in somewhere for 8 hours a day and go, you know what I'm saying? But there's no fucking excuse. There really isn't. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. And again, I told you, I have a lot of man whores in my family. So I'm just being real, man. I'm just being real. Okay? I'm just being real. I'm just keeping it a bean. So yeah, kudos for you for noticing that pretty big red flag. Cause another thing is like, bro, why do you even have the time? Like, so yeah, that was cool. He was like, yeah, I can't mess with you, Mr. Bow Sitter. No. So about a month after her and the guy stopped talking, guess who's back in my emails asking for another chance? The email? Oh, he was block. You guessed it. I kept telling him no. And I told my roommate about it, and she told me that I should hear him out because he wanted to talk in person. And I said, I don't know. See, the thing is, these bitches be underestimating these men sometimes. And like, there's a certain type of man where it's like, you really should not be doing that. Like, we're about to turn into an episode of the ID channel. Like, because for all you know, this is a bunch of pent up rage, and this is their time to fucking get you back. Like, I've watched way too many of these shows, like, no, right, with the Yahoo account trying to talk about some, oh, we need to meet up, I just need some closure, and then you get hacked up. Like, nah, L roommate, for real. Y'all in the chat talking about L roommate. No, dead ass. Subject, unblock me. Like, oh no, spam. Oh my God. She says she should unblock him. Is crazy. He told me if I don't agree to speak in person, he just gonna show up and knock on my door. See, that's crazy to me. That makes me feel like you're gonna, and I said this in the first story, that he gives me physically abusive vibes. Like, he gives me the type of vibes to where he just sees how much he can push until it's too late. And now we're at this weird point where you've already been having sex with this man. So now you feel all emotionally connected and all this bullshit. You already done imagine this dumbass, make-believe ass future that he hasn't even began to think about. It's just mind game manipulation. Like, he's giving me incel vibes that got one little crumb of puss and can't let it go. Oh my God, I hate lime so much. You're in danger, girl. So I told him, you know what? Go ahead. Pop up. Girl, I know where you live. And that shit ain't no Florida. The gun laws over there are booty. Like, I would not be telling them. The gun laws over there are booty crack. Like, I would not be. There's way more instances in Florida you could catch somebody slipping and get away with it than where you at. And it's funny because where you're at, you would think it would be, you know, but nah, your shit is giving more Cali vibes, like where you're at. Like, they don't really fuck with that type of shit. So I would not play with my life like that, is all I'm saying. And guess what? He popped up. So he pops up about 20 minutes later. I look out the peephole. He got flowers. Girl, when I tell you, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I didn't know it was flowers, girl. I had to stand my ground, bitch. Oh, my God. So I step outside to talk to him because I didn't want him in my apartment. Girl, he know where you live. Oh, wow. So I continue to tell him I don't want to date or talk because, quite frankly, now that I went on a couple dates, I was just making a life for myself. Like, I'm just moving on. I realized I did not need nor want this fool, but he kept begging, and I said, fine, we can be friends. What were y'all before? See, this is the mind game you need to play with these anybody in watching that. Again, if this is mirroring your life, play dumb. That is like our best asset, is that we are so smart. You need to learn how to play dumb, bro. We have that advantage. Like, as soon as he would have been like, oh, please, let's be friends, I thought we were friends the whole time. Like, I could have sworn we were friends. And then if he's like, you don't text me. Oh, I didn't get the text message. I'm sorry. Now what? Like, bro, you just got to play the fuck dumb. Just play dumb. Because I told you before, all you got to do, okay, you want to be friends? I'm going to give you the driest text. I'm not going to follow. I'm not going to like your shit. I'm not going to watch your stories. I'm going to be dry as fuck. And then when you confront me about it, I'm going to gaslight you and pretend like I was being like the most fruitful friend ever. Like, I would literally be gaslighting the fuck out of him, giving him a taste of his own medicine. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I thought this is how I treat friends. Like, and I would even start doing him dirty, like making him pay to go do little stupid shit and then being like, oh, I thought this is how friends treat each other. Like, this is what you used to do to me. Like, you're giving me mixed signals here. Like, I will be playing so fucking dumb. I will be playing so dumb. Like, this man is ridiculous. So fast forward. Oh, God. There's more. One night he said he wanted to bring me flowers and food, so I agreed. My roommate went out, so it was just me and him in the living room. Hell no. L roommate. L roommate. L roommate. This dude gives me rapey vibes. Like, why would you leave her? And I'm scared because right below this paragraph, I see with some exclamation point, it says trigger warning DV. And I swear to God, if this man puts his hands on you in your own house, bruh, girl, you need to move to Florida. I would have turned his ass into an animal rug. You got me so fucked up. If you think you're about to come up in here. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. I straight up told him that I'd been dating other men, and if I do end up meeting someone I genuinely like, I am cutting him off out of respect for that partner. Friends, oh my gosh. Guys, work smarter, not harder. Play dumb. Why are you telling him this? Men view that as a threat, okay? You don't tell them your whole toolbox. Anybody in this situation, what you do is you don't bring up other niggas when you're in the house alone with your crazy ass ex, okay? You don't do that. What you do is you play dumb. Then when you get, and I'm speaking from experience, this is what I did. You don't tell him what you're gonna do. You get the other dude, right? What, you gonna beat his ass? No. So shut the fuck up. Like, that's all you do. Like, girl, you're a girl. You're a girl. That's what I'm saying. You should have been had Milwaukee mollywop his ass. That's what you do. Like, what do you mean you telling him about the... No, he's going to fuck around and find out about them men. When he tried to show up at your house with flowers and fucking Bohemian Dexter open up the door with no shirt on. That's when he find the fuck out. You don't tell them. Because men are reactory creatures, especially this insecure ass bean. He gives me putting hands on girls' teeth. Like, girl, talking about Milwaukee man could have folded him like a chair. Oh my God. So I told him, out of respect for my future partner, I'm going to have to cut you off. He didn't like that. So now we arguing. He starts calling me everything but a child of God. So I told him to get the fuck out. And while he's getting out, I know I'm wrong, but I got a ketchup bottle and I squirted it all over him. Oh no. Girl, I know you know this now, but y'all, please, especially my girls out there, don't do this. I saw somebody do It was Diddy's security guard. And he said how Diddy would do this thing where he would play fight and poke and poke and poke and ha 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 and wait for the girl to get fed up and be like, no, stop. And then that no stop would turn into a mink, and now he beating the bitch up like a dude. And they justify it by, well, you mushed me that when you were poking and poking and poking and poking. I already know. Y'all, it's so bad. It's really bad. He snapped on her. Literally like the TV show Snap. And just for, trigger warning with DV, I'm not going to go into like details. But she said she was seeing stars, bitch. Like she was about to black out. And the whole time he talking about, you see what you making me do and shit. I was like, oh my God, bro. I would have shot the fuck out of him, bro. He was saying some more scary shit, but I just don't want to say it. And I really thought I was going to die that day. I was thinking about my family, how disappointed my mom would have been, because she's been telling me to leave this man right where he stood. So if she found out I lost my life this way, she would be so disappointed and crushed. Bruh, I want to kill him for you. Bro. This just pissed me off. Like, this is my daughter or my little sister going through something. Like, this shit would have pissed me the fuck off. Bruh. Y'all ain't gonna believe what happened next. I'm trying to paraphrase because this is a lot. So after he just like manhandled her for real and like literally choked her out, he telling her that she needs to clean the ketchup off of him. And if she doesn't clean the ketchup up, then he's gonna call the police. Our friend said call him, as you should. I said call him so they can take your ass to jail for putting your hands on me. Funny thing is, he did end up calling the police. He told them that I assaulted him with the ketchup and for them to hurry up quick. Mind you, he's calling them and he's still in my apartment. At this point, I locked myself in the room. I didn't know where my phone was. I just focused on putting a barrier between him and I because I didn't know what he was capable of at that point. My thing is, sir, how fucking dumb do you have to be? You have so many odds stacked against you. For one, you're in someone else's home. Strike one. And you assaulted the person in the home. Strike two. Who do you think the aggressor is? You won't leave. You're still there. And it's not like you're beat the fuck up. You don't got no marks on you. You got ketchup on you. The input does not match the output. Like, you're done. Wow. He told them I assaulted him with the ketchup, blah, blah, blah. At this point, I locked myself in the room. The neighbors heard the commotion and the cops, thankfully, because I don't know what he would have done had no one heard anything. The cops come and they arrest both of us. Wow. They arrest both of y'all. Girl, I would have pressed so many charges, restraining orders, like all of that shit. What you mean arresting both of us? Yeah, no. And then the cops, where y'all at? Really? A ketchup bottle? No, she's not in Cali, but she is on the West Coast. And I'm just like, bro, really? Usually in Florida, what they do is they'll usually decide who is the victim or not based off of like marks and stuff like that. History, criminal history and shit. But the only time they would take both people in is if both of people are trying to be on some, oh no, we'll handle it by ourselves. We don't want to go to jail type shit. They're like, nah, both y'all about to come in. That's what they do in Florida. But I don't understand how they're going to arrest you in your house. Like, what the fuck? It's not like you threw like a weapon at him, bro. You poured, like, if you would have threw your phone at him, I see. That's assault. You literally squirted ketchup on him. You said they do stuff like that in Vegas. Okay, so it is like a West Coast thing. Wow. Yeah, that's fucked up. Wow. So they got me for disorderly conduct because of the ketchup. That is so childish. Y'all literally arrested me for being childish in my own fucking home. A key. Like, I can't be goofy, silly, goofy mood in my own fucking house. Man, look. I don't like that. That's what I'm saying. I thought you can be disordered in your own home. I've never heard of that. That's wild. They doing it different out there. So even though I just got that, he got a full-on assault charge because there were marks around my neck. Oh my God. I spent a night in jail for the first time in my life. 1 out of 10 do not recommend. I had a real come to God moment in there, and I really had to contemplate my life. Like, am I really in jail because of this? I felt so depressed, and I cried the whole time I was in there. I got out the next day because my charge wasn't as bad. He got booked with a $1,500 bond, which his brother paid and bailed him out on. Ew. I would have got a restraining order on him. He sent me an email talking about, look at the situation you got both of us in. Now we both arrested for your behavior. How about your behavior contributed as well because you're obsessive and you can't let shit go? Because if you would have just let your ex go from years ago, you wouldn't have been in her apartment getting ketchup on your shoes, and you wouldn't be having a temper tantrum man baby moment, putting your hands on a woman and getting in jail. Like, there's a reason why your charges are way worse, sir. So I ignored the email. And not gonna lie, after that situation, my mental health did drop, and I was no longer on the high that I was when I first moved downtown. And I just felt disappointed and drained. I had to go live back with my mom in my hometown again just to be around her and get my mental health decent. And it did help. Okay, that's good. I cried to my mom so many times, and she just comforted me. And I'm so grateful for her, because without her, I'm pretty sure I would have let that fool manipulate me into dropping the assault charges and taking all the blame. But that was a year ago. We have not spoken since, mostly because the court had a no contact order against him. And if he contacted me in any way, he would be arrested, as they should, because he's doing too much. He's still facing the assault charge now and is not a U.S. citizen. So if he's charged, he's either going to get 6 months in prison or he is being deported back to his home country. Oh, wow. My disorderly conduct charge got dropped after they understood that I was in fact the victim, as they fucking should. You were in your house. Like, damn. And yes, I would have sent them that email too of him being like, look what you did. I would have sent them that shit. Oh, crazy ass. So he is 29 now, turning 30 next month, still living in his studio apartment, stagnant, no social life, and will forever be stuck in his ways. I'm just so upset that it had to escalate to that situation for us to finally end things with each other for good. I'm just grateful that I didn't leave the situation with a baby. No, seriously. Or worse yet, dead at the hands of him. Ditto to that. Like, damn. I'm in a way better spot now. I'm still in school to be a biochemist. Okay, smart girly. I'm in therapy to get over that traumatic relationship also. And I'm planning to launch my own business in January of 2024. Well, congrats. That is awesome. I took some time off of dating because I don't want to put my traumas onto the next dude, knowing I'm still not healed from my ex. But I'm slowly starting to realize my worth and gain self-love, because when I tell you I was lacking. But thank you for reading my first story, and I hope this story makes it to you again. Thanks for the great advice, and I can't wait to hear both you and the tribe's thoughts on this crazy situation. Well, for one, I'm just glad that you're not in the situation anymore, and that really there is no going back. Unless you want to go to jail, there's no going back. And I know you don't want to go back. Like, you're not doing anything that suggests you want to go back. And that's awesome. I'm glad you're in therapy, because this guy was very intense. He was in charge. I couldn't imagine, and I empathize, and I consider myself very fortunate that I didn't go through it. But I could not imagine, and I empathize for the girls who were in a grooming relationship when they were in their teens, and they never got out until they were like 25, until they were like 28, you know, like, where it's like, damn, this man really robbed you of your formative years. And it's so much harder to break out of the programming and the manipulation and shit, and to be normal in a sense in the dating world and shit like that, and like have normal self-respect for yourself and normal love for yourself and normal grace for yourself, and not be like programmed to be indebted to this man, like, you know. So I'm glad that you got out. And I wouldn't beat yourself up. Like, even like, I felt that when I was reading it and you were in jail and you were like, damn, how did I get here? Like, if anything, I feel like God sat you down to show you, like, this is where you're going to head up, either dead or in jail. That's what they say. You either gonna head up dead or in jail. And then you got to think of how this man even met you. Like, ain't nothing good about to happen to him. And maybe him being in that apartment by himself is the best thing for him, because he needed to be in jail yesterday. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm glad that you are out of that situation, friend. If any of you guys are in a similar space, please get out. Please go lean on your friends and family. And if you have a friend, because I've done this in the past when I was younger too, where I listened to friends' advice on boys or men or whatever, and I took it and it did not go well. And it cost me a lot of time. So that's why I would really advocate for you to be real with at least one of your friends. Like, you need to have at least one friend that you tell the 100% real to. And if you live with them, I think that should be the one. And don't be afraid or embarrassed to tell your friend, like, hey, this shit's really bad, actually. And yeah, because damn, I know that the friend didn't purposely leave you alone, because they probably didn't think it was as bad as it was, you know. But hey, that was crazy. Thank you so much for sending in your story. We are so proud of you, Miss Biochemist. So let's get on to this next update. This update is very short. It was from the TRIBETEA that went live on May 11th of this year. And it is the TRIBETEA Safe Sex is Important. And if you guys don't remember, this person basically got that shit, bro, from somebody. And they got it from their BD. And I'm just going to read like a little snippet of what's going on. So this dude telling her that him and his BM broke up, red flag. And he got like 5 fucking kids, red flag. They end up doing the do. And they didn't use protection. And the first thing he asked me about is buying a plan B. So we bought one, and I thought he was going to pay for it, but he didn't. Red flag number 5,000. Then he was acting weird. I asked him if something's wrong. Then a few days later, he want to text me talking about he feeling weird. What the fuck? And keep in mind, I haven't been sexually active with anybody other than him for months. And the last time I got tested was before him. So I made an appointment with a doctor, and it came back positive for chlamydia. She texts them, and he texts her back in response to saying that she got that shit. He says, save your sob story and delete my number. Wow. And then to make it worse, this dude works at her apartment, like her apartment neighborhood, like a maintenance man. So she be having to see him all the fucking time. Like, bruh, this is crazy. She said, even after all this, I still low-key wish he would talk to me or at least apologize for being so mean. I really liked him and the whole thing was just humiliating. But she wanted people to know, like, that getting chlamydia isn't the end of the world. You can get treated. It's pretty common and a lot of people don't display symptoms. So make sure you wrap it the fuck up. Okay. But yeah, y'all remember. I just wanted you know to get the juices one because it's pretty short. And shout out to everybody that just joined the chat. What's up? So here is their update. Hey girl, I just watched the video of you reading my story and I thought it would be a great time to follow up because a lot has happened since then. So the original story took place in September of 2022. And sure enough, I never heard from the maintenance man again. He even refused to do work orders in my apartment and would make me wait days to get my maintenance requests done. And the other guy would have to come and do them. My thing is this that I don't get. It's like, bro, another reason why I said being a good girl, it really don't pay off. Because it's like, bro, I'm trying to be polite to you. I'm trying to be cordial with you. You burn me. And you're over here punishing me. You're over here making my life hard. For what? I could go and expose you, but I'm not. I could go to your job and tell them that you fucking on the job. But I didn't. So why are you being so mean? Like that, I just don't get that shit. So when we were on good terms, he did tell me that they get to pick and choose whose maintenance requests they work. So I know for a fact he's intentionally avoiding mine. So we still avoid eye contact anytime we pass each other in the neighborhood. At first, I was too embarrassed to walk freely around because I was scared to run into him. But eventually, I was like, fuck it. I ended up moving into a house in March. Yes, ma'am. So I no longer have to worry about that shit. And my baby daddy and I did end up getting back together in April despite all the bullshit. And we're living together as one big happy family. And they put for now in parentheses. Girl, you better stop. I did make my BD get tested before we were intimate again. And all of his tests came back negative. So you and the tribe were correct. It was the maintenance man that gave me that thing. Yeah, because at first she was going back and forth because, just to catch y'all up, she was going back and forth because she had just gotten out of a relationship with her baby dad and they were off for like a few months, but you know, sometimes it could lay dormant and you not know. So what maintenance man was really betting on was like gaslighting, manipulating, like, no, that was you. You gave it to me. You giving it to everybody. You spreading that shit. When it's like, no, you're spreading that shit around the fucking apartment complex. So the maintenance man was for sure the one who gave me the STD. And he was not man enough to own up to it. So he decided to try to make me feel bad about it. Wow. Anyways, lesson learned. Hope you and the tribe stay safe out there. Yeah, that dude was trifling as fuck. But you're better than me. That's how I know something good is about to come your way. Because, friend, when I tell you, my ass would be like putting his pictures on flyers and posting it at the mailbox and just being like a whole thorn in his motherfucking side. It's not even funny. Like, I would literally make him want to go and work somewhere else. Because what you're not about to do, if you're going to be childish and try to make my life complicated and shit, okay. All right. Good to know. But yeah, y'all, just let that be known. Sometimes having a little fling and shit can be more trouble than it's worth. Especially if and then you shouldn't shit where you lay. So I wouldn't fuck no maintenance man. I wouldn't fuck nobody who you got to see every fucking day. Your coworker, none of that. Just keep it cute, okay? Jeez Louise. So let's move on to this next update. This one is my first heartbreak and confusion. And the original live was on May 17th, 2023. And I don't really remember this one like that. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to skim it real quick. So before college, she went on that app Coffee Meets Bagel. Ooh, I haven't heard that in so long. Isn't that one of them Shark Tank apps? So she was 20 at the time. He was 21. They wanted a serious relationship. He is a Taurus and she is an Aries. Shout out to the Taurus and the Aries. They went on a date. Second date went good. Months later, they're still talking. So she met some of the friends, some of the family, talking about marriage. He said he loved her. Then out of nowhere, Jake ends up getting COVID. That's his name, Jake, Mr. Taurus. And, you know, they couldn't be around each other. Then, you know, he told her that he loved her and stuff. Then he just stopped talking to her. He just ghosted her. What the fuck? I remember this story now. Because now I'm looking at the pictures and I remember because I was like, yes, he does look like Jake from State Farm. Like, that's how he built. Like, he got the same look and everything. But I really think he might be girly pop. And that's why. Like, I really feel like I remember reading this and saying, like, girl, we've all been there. You know, you got to date you know, you got to help your gay friend out. He's not gay. He's my boyfriend. He's not gay. We do our nails together and we do makeup together and we play dress up because he's the best boyfriend ever. What are you talking about? Like, we've all been there. It's giving that. Because it's really like, what happened? Because she was like, what is going on? I've been crying for the past few days. It just hurts. There weren't any red flags. But he told me he is more into women than men. And now he came out as bi. It's just so confusing. It seems like he's confused and he just didn't have time to add on extra fucking confusion by putting a serious relationship in the middle. Wow. And she said, I can see some people would consider a red flag is that he's had experiences with both men and women, but I don't see it as a problem. Yeah, and it's not. But if someone is confused about their sexuality and stuff like that, probably is a problem if they're trying to get serious with you, you know. But hey, let me read the update. My first heartbreak and confusion. Hi, I have a small update to my story that you did in a video called The Live Relationship and Dating Horror Stories, and it's on May 17th. 2023, if y'all want to go look it up. So I commented on the video and I'm more comfortable revealing my name. Girl, I'm not going to reveal your name. Stop it. So a small update I have is that I thought we were going to be friends after the situation. Because, you know, basically all he said was, I'm confused. I see you as a friend. Like, I don't know what's going on. Especially, I assume this because I messaged him after he told me he reached home, that I'm not mad at him for being gay and wanting to explore that part of himself. It just hurts a bit, but that's normal. He apologized again, so I thought we ended that on a good note and we would become friends. Us becoming friends never happened. Girl, it was probably be because, like, y'all kind of went a little too far. So, like, you know, the example I gave earlier about, like, you know, sometime coming of age, you have a little girly pop boyfriend, you know, and you got to defend him from all the homophobic jocks and all that shit. Usually that doesn't even get to like kissing stage, let alone full blown sex. Like, you guys were fucking. Like, I could see how that would be kind of overwhelming for him to have his past in his face like that. Like, and that sucks because that's not fair. You're your own human being, you're your own person. Like, you're more than just his ex-girlfriend. But the fact that he was talking about kids, marrying you, the family, all that, like, you're probably the embodiment of heteronormity to him. And it's probably a little overwhelming trying to juggle both worlds, you know? Ugh. So he just stopped communicating with me altogether. We follow each other on Instagram, and when I mentioned my car being stolen after Labor Day, he saw the video, but he never checked up on me like my other friends did. I really feel like because he's having a hard time establishing, like, were these friend feelings or were these lover feelings? Like, I'm sure he's like, well, if I check up on her, is she going to think I want to date? Like, I think this is just, he doesn't know what to do with you, friend. I knew right then and there that he didn't even want to be friends. I also found out some info that pissed me off. Oh, him and his friends use this app called Discord. Ooh, messy. So they're on Discord and they never took me off his group chat with the friends. I came across a message of him saying that he's been going on dates with women, which confused the hell out of me because he told me, ooh, wait a minute. So he's going on dates with women, which confuses me because he told me the reason why he's breaking up was to explore being gay. So I was really confused, but I was also super mad. And that's when I changed my whole mindset and decided to be like, you know what? Fuck him. And I'm over here being sad over you. That's when I just started to go on dating apps again. Like, I have tons of stories about my experiences on dating apps, but those are stories I could write in a separate email. But thank you so much for reading my update. I love your videos a lot. Well, thanks for sending it in. You got me completely just stumped now. Like, completely stumped. Because what do you mean? Maybe I'm really thinking outside the box. But this is just from somebody who used to, you know, have some gay friends, like gay male, baby gay friends. They would also pretend to have girlfriends to get close to other men. Maybe that went on. Because why would you still be tagged in an old Discord with those same friends unless those same friends were also aware of his sexuality from the get? Which usually, with male friends, that's very rare. Because they don't really talk about emotions and shit like that. The same way. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Either way, he's trifling. And I don't blame you for blocking him. Bro just seemed trifling as fuck. Like, what? You said, I mean, I did that with my ex. I thought I was a lesbian, but it turns out I'm just not attracted to him. And I'm dating another man. I mean, shit, that could be another thing, too. Like, maybe he's just not that into you specifically, right? Like, hey, it is what it is. You talking about I'm dating another man now. I wasn't fucking with that man. Like, it is what it is. But I'm glad that you blocked them and you moved on because honestly, I think you needed to see that. Because what do you mean that is what it took for you to block? Like, girl, if you don't block yesterday, y'all are funny. So this next one is trapped in a Florida lease. I'm going to do a little bit of a skim because this has been a minute ago. How many times did you send this to me, friend? Damn. You sent this to me like hella time. Hey. Shout out to It's Sora. What's up? Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Thank you. All y'all, I really do appreciate all the support on Twitch. I can't believe it's already been 2 months. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, I'm just making sure I got the right one. Trapped in a Florida lease. The live stream that it's on is from July 14th of 2021. Damn, sis, you waited a minute to send us this update. Why? Yeah, and you sent me this update in 2023. You said, yeah, I got a story. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to skim this because I know I'm not going to remember what's going on. So, she met this ex at the call center job. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. And then the dude got kids. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. She said, I usually don't go for guys with kids, but my boyfriend wasn't in all actuality supposed to be my boyfriend, so I was fine when we were talking. So that's another thing. Y'all, do not play yourself. If you know you don't want to be in a relationship with a man with kids, don't even bump uglies with a man with kids. Because God forbid you do end up catching feelings. Now you stepmama. No. What? Jeez Louise. So he said that he wants, so they're about to move in together. Is that what's happening? So he asked me to be his girlfriend in 4 months. Our living situation, we get a 2-bedroom apartment together. Oh, baby girl, why'd you do that? And he has a kid. So he has kids. So one of the daughters need to stay with us, but she was living with her mom on the weekdays at the time. And I know baby mamas be triggering, so I just never brought it up. He said he wanted to get her in school first before moving her over there. Okay. Girl, this is a lot. You moving in somebody else's baby? It's crazy. This is exactly why I don't have kids yet. I can't even afford a goldfish at the moment, but I digress. So he moves in and now the plans change. Now we are expected to have her Monday through Friday and her mom has her on the weekends. But her mom was thinking we would actually have her 7 days. Girl, what the hell? Oh my God. Fast forward 4 months, I'm paying 16 bands not 16 bands. Oh shit. $1,600 in rent by myself and the Xfinity and all this stuff. Oh my God. Getting his car back after it's been repossessed. What in the struggle of is going on, friend? Ain't y'all making the same amount of money at the call center? Oh my gosh. I'm at home with this man's daughter because nobody has the money for a babysitter. Oh my gosh. I have to utilize public transport because I'm using all my money to pay the bills. Oh my gosh. All this stress forced her to quit. Now, her work mother, I haven't heard that term in a minute, got promoted and overheard 2 girls who didn't know who she was saying that the reason my ex and I left was because he cheated on me, which is crazy because my ex heard I cheated on him. What the fuck? So people at the job was in y'all relationship too. That's messy. So you might be asking, what does that have to do with anything? Well, I found out that he did cheat on me because he said I wasn't affectionate enough. And he figured if I wasn't sleeping with him, then I was sleeping with somebody else. So what I'm taking from that is he slept with somebody at the job. And whoever he's slept with at the job was saying the justification is because she's sleeping on him. Wow. And then side-eyeing the mother of this child that just left them there. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. Wow. Now we're attached at the hip and he still found a way to cheat. I want to be transparent with him and say we should do counseling to make living together more tolerable, but what do you think I should do? Damn. I need to know what you did do, friend. Because it sounds to me like bro was using the fuck out of you to pay the bills and to be a babysitter because y'all make the same amount of money working in the same business. So that's why I'm like, damn, bro. Really? You doing her like that? Yikes. I would just leave. Right, the D cannot be that good. The D is unemployed at this point. So here's a little update. Hey, Naja, just wanted to write in. Oh, we got text messages. What's this? Oh, okay, we got real names, so I can't put them on the screen, but I'm gonna read them. Okay. So, no, for real, counseling, y'all are not married. I seen that in the chat. Like, what are we doing counseling for? They're like roommate mediation. So, hey, Naja. Hey, friend. And by the way, I know you are like a long time tribe member. Like, I appreciate you rocking with me the long way, like buying my art, like all of that stuff, bro. Thank you so much. They said, I just want to write in and give a little update. So, surprise, surprise. My ex and I broke up, and because of trauma bonding, it was very hard. I would like to think that I'm in a better place, though. I'm in a bit of like a man-hating, villainous era because, you know, the dating pool's piss poor, but I'm not looking for anyone, just trying to heal. So things have gotten really bad between us, like my mom calling the police on him bad, as she should. Yes, mama. I don't even care what it was about. Call the police. Get him out of here. I don't care. Anyway, that's a story for another day. I ultimately blocked him on everything because he said some really nasty stuff on multiple occasions, screenshots attached. So let's see what he said. Oh, he has a fuckboy name too. He said at 8:10 in the morning. This is how Mr. Sir is coming at you at 8:10 in the morning. While you got all that attitude this morning for no apparent reason, make sure you still looking for a place to move to. You should be coming off the lease soon, so there's no reason for you to still be here. Sir, you are only the father to one little girl in this house. Like, bro, when I tell you, no, for real, he was sleeping on them thoughts, fat ass cranium that he got. She said, instead of talking shit about me moving, how about you give me the rest of the people rent money? And he said, I'm paying it with my card. She said, I don't have an attitude for no reason. Once again, it's a lack of respect and courtesy, and I've been telling you this for the longest. Also, don't tell me what to do when I'm the one that found the place. That's what I was about to say. Like, technically, she's as much as entitled to that space as he is. So he says, well, I'm the one that has access to the portal. And she's like, I already told you you had access. I know. Like, bro, you really thought you ate. Then he said, respect and lack of courtesy. Bitch, fuck out of here and fuck you. Yup, that would have been all she wrote. That would have been the last text message he ever sent to me. And the I've been told you would have been the last thing he ever heard from me. It would have been done. And anytime he ever wanted to speak, I would just pull out the text thread and be like, this is why we don't speak. Because what? Yes, and she was paying all the rent. That is way more of her space than his. Because that's another thing that be killing me. What does the portal access got to do with anything? That's why I never understand. Like, what you, pay the bills. Ooh, like, please, stoop. What the fuck? She said, stop calling me out my name. You are mad disrespectful. I didn't curse at you, so why are you cursing at me? And yes, it is about respect. You can feel some type of way all you want. You are always led by your ego and never willing to listen to anyone who isn't telling you yes or condoning your actions. You doing a little too much explaining. I would have been like, now somebody would have called your daughter a bitch and told her to get the fuck out of here and fuck you. You'd be mad, huh? You'd be mad, right? Like, bro. And I know you bonded with the girl. You babysat the girl. So I know you're not about to go to full hell and be like, well, your daughter a bitch. Like, you get what I'm saying? But it's like, sir. And again, he says, fuck you, like for real, and fuck you some more and fuck off. And she just said, you're childish. Yeah, never demand respect because you've already lost it if you got to even ask for it. So My mother and I went in together and bought a house. Yes, ma'am. We love to see it. Girl power. At this point, I'm just trying to heal mentally, financially, emotionally, and do all the things that make me happy. I started writing this in April, which has been a hectic month for me, but a good month. I went on a reggae cruise. Yes, I see that picture of you at the bottom. You look so freaking cute. Yes, Fits. Yes, feathers. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. I love this so much. I love the colors. Oh my gosh, you look so pretty, girl. You ate that up. Just ate it up. Okay. So, hold on. Where was I? Okay, so she went to a reggae cruise to the Bahamas, Jamaica. And then the next weekend, I went to Jamaica after years of not visiting home for Carnival. And the weekend, I went to PR. Hey. And after that, I was just celebrating for my friend's birthday. And I have a couple more trips to prepare for at the moment. And I just cannot wait for each new memory. I'm still working 2 jobs, but I'm also making the time up for all these experiences I missed out during that tiring relationship and making sure me and my dog are straight. I know that's right. You got to, get it good while you can so you can take the puppies on the world tour, So they said, thanks for reading my update and congrats on your engagement. Thank you so much. Here is a picture of me in my Carnival costume. I don't mind if you share it with the tribe. I would, but YouTube is prudish. They ain't gonna let me show you in all of your curves and goodness up on here. They're gonna be like, nudity. Oh my gosh. I don't think I mentioned it before, but I'm a Scorpio sun, Sag moon, and a Leo rising. Shout out to all the Scorpios, Sagittarius, and the Leos watching. My ex was a Cancer. And just like a Cancer, a malignant entity I'm glad to have removed. Oh my God. That was dark. Shout out to all my Cancers though. Damn. So a Cancer man and a Scorpio woman. I'm pretty sure in the beginning y'all thought y'all had a lot in common. And then you realize that like you have a lot of the same this sounds good statements, but like you don't really apply it on some water sign shit. But that is very Scorpio of you to just level the fuck up on like the max level of level up, like Phoenix from the ashes. Like damn. To my so she a bad bitch, basically. Y'all say Cancer men need to be removed from society. I will say, like, Cancer men are cool friends. They're cool friends, but they are pretty moody. They can be pretty moody. They know how to dish it and not take it, like, when it comes to, like, sarcasm and, like, all that shit. But they're cool friends. Talking about all my Jamaicans stand up. No, I was right. I was like, okay, I could see it, though. Like, when she said she was Jamaican, I could see it in her bone structure. And, like, I'm like, okay. Is this your mom? Oh, look at mom. Yes. Oh, y'all are so cute, bro. I could tell your mom is good, like a good time, bro. I could tell. Aw, that was a good update. I like that. That was a good update. Mom killing it. Mom said, I'm on a cruise too, baby. I'm turning up. Where you think she got it from? I'm turning up. Yes. All right. So let's get into this next one. This is the one that I read some of the text from in the beginning with the cleavage. Baby was mad over a little bit of cleavage. Okay, I read this story July 6th of 2022. Okay. This is one of those updates that didn't make it last year. Like this is one of them that like barely missed it. So I'm going to update you guys a little bit because it's been a minute. So there's this guy. She says she's going to call him Moses because he think he a saint. Wow. They start going out. Things get more serious. And they were about to make things official. So they're not in a relationship yet. He was acting up about her wearing a mini skirt and a crop top. She said the school she goes to had a homecoming event for the football team, and this is the little outfit she had planned. And he over here asking me, oh, you're not wearing that outfit. You need to be wearing jeans. You need to put on some jeans. I'm confused because I'm like, who the fuck? Right? Like, who are you talking to? Like, what? Shout out to stupid. Stupid. What does that say? Muckanupid. That's a tongue twister. Try to say that shit 5 times. Thank you so much for the follow. I didn't mean to say thank. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway. So this man is on drugs. What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you going to buy me some clothes? Are you going to take me to the mall? Like, what do you mean? So this is all on the phone, mind you. He hang up on her because now he getting frustrated because he can't tell her what to do over the phone. So she's gonna text her back, and he's thinking she's apologizing. Wrong. It's just a text saying that you acting like he acting crazy and blah 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 blah. So I go to therapy and I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with him. And my therapist is like, he's insecure and has jealousy issues. Like, what the fuck, friend? And I'm looking at these fits, girl. You're serving body. Like, I wouldn't give a fuck about him either. And he's not technically your man. I wouldn't give a fuck. So now he all mad because he don't want her wearing this hot girl fit. And he talking about enjoy your weekend. She says, so you're not coming anymore? He said, I'm not about to keep driving an hour to see someone who disregards what I asked them not to wear out the house. Bro, I don't know if your daddy whooped you with a boot, a switch, or a belt, but you need to let that hurt go. Like, why are you talking to her like you are her daddy, bro? Talking about you're disregarding what I asked you not to wear to that. Bro, out of what house? The house you don't pay bills for? The clothes you didn't buy? Like, what? No, for real. The way my phone service would not work anymore. Like, what are you talking about? She says, so you upset that I want to go out and wear a fit? He said, not the point. It's that I told you I didn't want you wearing it and you wore it. And he said, then what's the point? He said, the point is enjoy your night. And you said, bruh, I'm a grown woman. You are not my father. You can express your opinion and issues, but at the end of the day, my body is my body. And what I put on it's my choice. He talking about, okay, enjoy the rest of your night. There's nothing to discuss then. And I would have driven over there. You about to have me driving over there, working 2 jobs, going to the gym, got you whatever you ask. And all I ask is for you to not to wear some outfit outside. Like, where is the respect? It's giving I'm very much so available. Not if you're there. Like, if you're there accompanying her, what about that screams I'm available when she has someone on her arm? Like, you're not making any fucking sense. And then what about any outfit other than wearing lingerie in a bedroom screams I'm available? Like, let's keep it a buck. My dog tripping. She's like, look, I like you and we click, but I'm not going to dedicate what I wear based on if you approve of it or not. It just seems controlling. He said, no, it's not. You're being disrespectful. I'm not your mom. You need to find someone who will just let you wear some of that. What? She said, I've always dressed like this, and this is the first time it's ever been an issue. I think the way I interact with people should be determined on my respect for you. Like, my thing is, how did she dress when you courted her? Was she not dressed like this? And so you want to change her? Is giving bird in a cage. And then she asked the real question. So if I dress like this, wouldn't it be an issue if you were around? And then he's like, whatever. You're not trying to understand. I'm just about to get this together. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And then you sent this man a book. Oh my gosh. No, friend. You should have just blocked him. He said men are taught to control women's bodies. Really? Like, that shit don't make no sense. And I think that you're a sexist, actually. And you hate men for whatever reason. you can throw the sweater that I got you away or wear it. I don't care. Like, I don't understand why it's necessary to wear something like that. You are basically naked. And the fact that after all these years, your therapist still got you thinking like this, you need to fire her ass. Oh, he is a walking red flag. This is the type of dude where he really wants you to be completely. This is the type of dude that they warn you about when they be like, don't put a man before God type shit. This is the type of dude that wants you completely 100%. What did Bella Swan say? Irrevocably, unequivocally. Like, he wants you to be his in every fucking way. He wants to be your mama, your daddy, your man, your stylist, your therapist, your doctor. This dude is dangerous. This dude dangerous. And then somehow got you over here fighting for your life, talking about you're not a sexist. Like, bro. He said, I never called you a whore. Don't put words in my mouth. I said you dress like a hoe. Wow. You got on a beach outfit. Like you said, it's your body. You can wear what you want. But I'm leaving it at that. Bruh. You said, so genuinely we talked about how I dress and being a hoochie. So why did you wait till now to make it a deal breaker? That's what I'm saying. Like, how did she dress when you courted her? Did you not like that? I'm confused. He said, because I didn't think you actually did that shit. What? That's like, y'all see how I dress. That's like if I got into a relationship and somebody was constantly like, you just need to wear pink. You just need to wear pink. Like, just wear pink. I'm not going to buy you a pink dress, but you need to go in that closet and find something pink. And if it's not pink, then I'm like, you can't go nowhere. Like, and it's like, nigga, have you ever seen me wear pink a day in your fucking life? What? Talking about, I didn't think you did that shit in real. That's like, not. I didn't know you wore black all the time in real life. Like, what do you mean? I didn't know you actually did that. Like, what? He said, you doing high level hoochie shit. Wow. And he said, yeah, this isn't going to work because you're a sexist who hates men and won't even compromise when it has something to do with a man, which is weird. He's weird. Wow. The fact your therapist has never tried to change your POV on the stuff they say, they need to take her license and burn it. Wow. She said, I've actually been in nice relationships with men who didn't care what I wore. This isn't a situation to compromise. This is a situation where someone's trying to exert control. And he said, girl, them frats you were with were gay. There's a lot of insecurities and demons coming out of here. So he's fighting with his sexuality, control issue, daddy issues, mommy issues. He needs a therapist, clearly. Wow. And then she just ended it with, it's obvious you've never been to a therapist. I would have ended it with that too. I would have been like, bro, you need to get some help. You need to get some fucking help. You need to get some help yesterday. Wow. Wow. Oh, shit. Did I just... Hold on, y'all. My bad. I didn't know that it was still connected. Damn. I had never seen somebody crash out like that before. Or, like, foul out that early. And it makes me feel sad because just imagine, like, I know that somebody out there, like some young person, would have ate that up. Would have just ate that up. Because what the fuck was that? I'm hoping that maybe him trying that and it not working, he's not going to do it again because that was crazy. So let's get into this update. She said, first, I want to say, hey, y'all, first, I want to say my problem is I be in the chat giving my advice and telling y'all to stand up, but I don't be standing up. Y'all told me this man was scary and dangerous. After the issue of my first story, I cut dude off and went about my business. A few months later in August, he sent me a message apologizing and saying he's done some work on himself. He's a liar. He's a liar. He's a liar. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. If anything, he's realized that he's losing because your number one advocate, your therapist, is going to be the mediator to give you sense and reason. And he realized in order to really manipulate the way he wants to, he's going to have to not make an enemy out of the therapist, but actually make a friend out of the therapist. And it may not be your therapist specifically, but he can go and lie and be like, oh yeah, I got some treatment. I finally got some, you get what I'm saying? I don't believe, me neither, Naya. I don't believe nobody that said they've done no work and it hasn't been max 5 to 10 years. Like, no. She said my dumbass believed him and I gave him another chance despite my gut telling me it was a bad idea. It didn't take me long to realize that this man is very misogynistic and he gave me very much I hate women and think they are all hoes. Yes, he does. It's given I have mommy and daddy issues. I want to control any little thing I can. And I don't like seeing women be free. Because why was it okay when you were wearing that when you were being courted? But now that he wants to own you, you have to be on some R. Kelly sweatsuits. Like, no. He literally calls women bitches on a regular. And I didn't know this until recently. That is ick. He told me he purposely switches up how he talks because I'm one of those girls that is so for women that it gives gay. I thought gay was when you were in a relationship with the same sex, but what do I know? Girl, I'm telling you, one of the demons he's fighting is homosexuality because this is not the first, but the second time he's brought up some gay shit and y'all are in a hetero relationship and you haven't expressed that you're queer of any sort. The call's coming from inside the house. It's given I want to be a girl. Not all gay men want to be women. This man, however, it's given I want to be a girl. I'm jealous that women can wear all this stuff and get all this attention. I'm jealous that even when they are in a relationship, they can go and do this stuff. I'm jealous. Like, that's what it's giving. It's crazy. And then it's what? Because you respect other women, that makes you gay? He is just so weird. I think he's gay too. And I'm pretty sure he does say females. Like, damn. You said, why do we always jump to the dude being gay? See, we did not jump to him being gay. This man brought up her exes and said all of them are gay. Okay? No one brought up being gay. Now we're here and randomly because she wants to be respectful to other women, now it's getting brought up again. I don't know about you, but I don't try to make other people feel bad about shit unless I have my own insecurities. Why is he calling people gay? Nobody ain't called him. That's all I'm saying. Let's keep it a buck. If your spouse is constantly accusing you of cheating on them and you're not cheating and they're constantly, you're cheating, you're gonna be like, bro, okay, you're cheating on me, bro. You're speaking from a guilty conscience. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like if that's one of your hyper fixations, I don't think that a straight man is having these hyper fixations about who's gay, who's not gay, who, you get what I'm saying? I really don't think no straight man is just sitting there like, oh yeah, that's some gay shit. Like, yeah. Like, no. I don't. You said, is he from New York? Probably. That's a shit. No, I don't know where they from. But yeah, it's like, damn, bro. Why do you keep bringing up all this gay shit? Nobody even said nothing about that. So she said we officially fell out because he tried to do the whole silent treatment thing as a manipulation tactic. Yeah, that don't work when you're not in a relationship, bro. You just like fucking ghosts. Just, okay, I guess we're not talking. So I got invited to a basketball game by one of the players. And he was mad that I went to this game with my friends because I was giving hoe and fan behavior. Bitch. And then proceeded to block me to teach me a lesson. Good. Bye. What the fuck? Upon our discussion after this little silent treatment, I guess he expected me to blow him up and demand we talk. But my true Gemini ass don't do that. I know that's right. Shout out to all the gems. I'm a Gemini too, and I'm not doing that. If anything, I'm gonna like, bro, as soon as he said, you're giving hoe and fan behavior, I'm like, I don't know about hoe, but like, I'm giving fan behavior because shoot, my dude on the team, like cheerleader vibes. What are you talking about? What are you doing? Like, bro, not about to hit you back, not about to blow you up. Like, what? What? And yes, Driss City, that is a very good example. Tyler, the Creator, is a very good example. His whole early career just spewing out homophobic stuff and like saying the F word, all that shit. Now he's just openly queer and no one's surprised. And he hates that era of his music. But it's like, bro, that was literally your inner teen angst fighting the sexuality demon. You were fighting them demons and your roaches, Tyler. And my little weird ass was right at the Target buying that album. Look. No, for real. I know she was eating too. Like she was probably loving this shit. So I just go on about my business. And in our last discussion, I realized how much this man shifted his personality to fit mine when he was around me. Yeah, because he admitted he code switches and not says like slurs and stuff like that to get women. So yeah. The lack of respect was wild when we had this certain argument. And I obviously moved on with my other boyfriends, and I have left them where he was because he really needs help and a few therapists. Also, during this time, I started to focus on my mental health because I had severe general anxiety and started therapy, talking about daddy issues, childhood trauma, and that led me to encounter the crappy man that I do. So I have the type of daddy issues where your daddy is there and married to your mom, but it's still traumatic. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a few associates where that's the case. And I've always wondered, like, where they'll be like, what's worse, having divorced parents or two parents that hate each other that live together type shit. I'm like, damn. So, yeah, she had to unpack that. And she said, I should have known this guy was crap when I did start this journey, and he just stood there and watched me go on it and did not better himself at all. That'll usually be a dead giveaway. And another dead giveaway is when you are at the peak of it, they'll try to come in, or what they deem as the peak, because they ain't never had shit, seen shit, done shit. So when they see you at what they deem as the peak, they'll come out too prematurely, groveling. Oh no, please bring me with you. Because what did he do? As soon as you over here going on with the basketball game player, all of a sudden, no, wait. Like what? Shout out to Mr. Heartstyle for the follow. Hey, we love Heartstyle over here. What you mean? Thank you. But yeah, bro, good for you. Good for you for getting out of that. Good for you. You said update. But yeah, that's the update. I'm going into the new year, continuing to be a bad bitch. I know that's right. And here is a picture of me. I love your hair. I don't know if that's pink, but if it is, that is so cute. And your natural hair is busted too, girl. It's very cute. Where are you at? They got White Claws on the floor. What you doing? You being grown? What? Not you being grown. Oh my goodness. You are so adorable though. I wish you would have sent me a picture of him. I want to know what he looked like. Because I kind of see him in the text thread thing. But I kind of can't at the same time. But I'm like, girl, you don't stop. I'm just glad that you're not messing with him. Because that was a lot. That was definite loser behavior on his end. For real. Like big grade A loser. Jeez Louise. So I got another round. I got another round for you guys. So we're going to be getting into an update for my BFF of 11 years ghosted me for over a month. And I read that in October of this year. So, oh, and by the way, all of these that I'm about to tell y'all are very recent. Like, I know earlier it was on some like, oh, you guys remember? No, you guys are going to remember these. These are very fresh. These are people that bounce back and were like, hey, no, I have like an immediate update. So BFF for 11 years ghosted me. The next one is the Chronicles of the Mama's Boy. If y'all remember that one where the girl was living in the house. I read that last month in November 2023. The third one, Karma Hit My Ass in a 3-time loop. Y'all remember that one with the girl with the she started talking to her girl. Oh my God. She started talking to her friend's man, got pregnant by him, and like was talking to another man because he was not doing right. Like, y'all remember that one. The next update we have, and this is I know y'all are gonna want to stick around to hear this update. Y'all gonna hear this update because our friend here spun the block. She sent in one update, but then she was like, actually, no, I just watched, because I think she didn't watch the stream first and then she watched it, to be fair. And that is the TRIBETEA hard to find good Black female friends. So I'm looking forward to reading that one. This is also somebody who spun the block. This person was even in the live stream when their thing was getting read. Like, no, she's beautiful to me. Like, like really going ham for low-key. They partner that was low-key doing them pretty wrong, bro. Like, I'm still gonna stand on that, bro. Like, but they just titled their shit, "Is It Really Worth It?" And they just wanted to give us some more details and like things that were kind of misinterpreted and stuff like that. And then the last email is another relevant one. I remember this is the "She Begged for the Friendship." Basically, the friendship turned unicorn situation. And if y'all don't know what a unicorn is, hit up Urban Dictionary. When basically you have two people and then they find this one person who's just down to smash with both of them. And that it just got weird. So yeah, they have an update for that. So let me drink my water, girl, because some of these are long updates. I'm not gonna lie. Feels so good to have like some good water. Okay. The first one out of all of them, these recent ones, okay? Y'all are funny. Someone in the chat said, "I'm excited. I can't wait to send in my tribe tea, but I gotta let it marinate a little bit." And that is fine. I actually prefer it that way. Like, just live your life, go through the motions first, and then come and, unpack. So let's get into the BFF of 11 years, okay? So this was on, I think like the second 4-hour stream I did. It was live on October 18th of 2023. And it was the one where half the time I was wearing a costume, half the time I wasn't. But y'all can go and look. October 18th, 2023. Okay. And here, let me like try to refresh myself a little bit. Ghosted me for 11 years. No, your best friend of 11 years ghosted you for over a month. This was the one where the girl kind of like told her straight up, like, "Hey, I kind of don't want to be friends anymore because I feel like," here, let me see if I can find her exact quote because I don't want to, put words in her mouth. But the last thing that I remember was on some like, "I kind of don't want to keep this thing going. And it's just, I just rather it fall out naturally." Here's the text message. "I wanted to talk to you about the undertone of our friendship, but it ate me up and I didn't feel comfortable coming to you about it. You make me feel put down a lot and I feel like you're making me out to be a stupid person. The whole friendship, I couldn't really be myself. I felt judged." Mind you, she's really being transparent and open. And our friend here said, "How the fuck am I supposed to learn from this situation when I don't even know what I did?" And it's like, bro, when you have a friendship that long, it's kind of like your space in the relationship is kind of set. So, or your role, I should say. And it gets kind of hard to break from it. And then when you do graduate and you do get to leave, so a lot of the times people don't want to carry that old identity with them. They want the freedom to, go and be them, So I just wanted to give y'all a little refresher before we get into the update. So she said, "Hey, Naja, I am back. My story time was made out of anger, and watching and reading it back was like opening a time capsule. A lot of my intention was lost due to that. So I'm 23 now, and Kiwi and I are friends again. Oh, wow. We are currently in our BBW era, too. Okay. No, I see pictures of y'all. Y'all are cute. Y'all are cute. I don't know why I thought like maybe you got a girlfriend or something. I didn't know that was Kiwi. Okay, Kiwi is a friend, by the way, who texted her and was like, I don't think I could really fully be myself around you type of thing. So she said Kiwi called her sometime randomly in June of 2022, and we had a 2-hour convo. She started with apologizing about disappearing, and we discussed what was bothering her. We bounced back as friends nearly a year after the breakup, and just like nothing ever happened. Honestly, not much changed. She doesn't make off-color jokes anymore, and generally, there was nothing wrong with our relationship when it ended. Everything mainly transpired when we were baby teens, and those behaviors had long ended. And I stress that she needs to communicate her feelings to me, and if something is off, just nip it in the bud. And that's fair because, again, when you are friends with somebody that long, you do feel very constricted to roles. So if you can just be like, bygones be bygones, like, I'm not that person anymore, you're not that person anymore, it is what it is. However, somebody said something in the chat the other day, and it really stuck with me. And it was like, I feel like you need at least like a good 4 or 5 piece to really have like a significant metamorphosis without the other person's influence or still thinking about the past. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. Time heals all wounds type shit, right? So, as I suspected, something did go down during the camping trip that she went on. The one she went on without her and then just started acting weird. I didn't know any of the people she was friends with. And Kiwi said to me that she dropped a lot of people in her life after that trip and had a falling out with her boyfriend as well. I'm going to keep my comments to myself because I'm glad y'all are friends. I really am. But I'm going to keep my comments. Y'all, I don't want to assume. But I will say this. I have noticed a pattern where certain women will get so wrapped up in a relationship and only being friends with their man's friends. And then when they break up with the man, they don't got no friends. And so then they go and run back to the friend that they were like, fuck you to. I don't know. That's just a pattern that I've noticed. I mean, not saying that y'all friendship isn't genuine or nothing. I'm just saying I've noticed that pattern. So she told me that after she broke up with the boyfriend, they got back together and he told her to talk to me again. Okay. So with his blessing, y'all are friends now. All right. I know this will sound like I'm stroking my ego. No, it doesn't. Actually, it does not sound like you're stroking your ego at all. It sounds like your friend needs to get out right now. Like your friend. It sounds like your friend is in a pickle. Oh wow. This is a lot, y'all. Okay. I wasn't expecting this little twist. I know this will sound like I'm stroking my ego, but we made up and she admitted she was coming from a place of jealousy. And I didn't necessarily do anything that made her angry. She said she felt like she was drowning in fake predatory relationships, and it made her reassess the people in her life, and she misdirected her frustration at some people who didn't deserve it. Okay. All I will say to you is, because I've had a fallout with a friend in the past, and I've tried to reconnect, and it did not work. And usually when people say what they say, that's really how they felt. And I reread what you sent in. She didn't call you no bitches, no hoes, or nothing. All she said was, you make her feel judged. She says you project your insecurities onto her. And, you know, it just sounds to me like y'all were on some, like, reminiscing about the shit y'all did when y'all were teeny boppers and let it out. But I don't know. I just feel like that's a fake ass excuse. I feel like she is stroking your ego. I feel like that's a fake excuse. Again, I'm not saying your friend is an op or nothing like that. I'm just looking from the outside in. I don't really know y'all personally, but I'm just saying. I don't know. That just it sounds like a genuine frustration to me from like teeny bopper shit. Like, I don't see her that as like making up a little story or nothing. She told me she got offended once because I said Hispanic wasn't a race. Girl, why did that even make you mad? Like, what? It's not. It's not. Hispanic is is any person that speaks Spanish. You are Hispanic. That's not a race. See, your friend would have been mad at me. I'm sorry, friend. But anyway, she was mad at me for a week until she asked me what I meant by it. And when I explained it, she felt terrible afterwards. And she also admitted that the jokes she was making weren't always jokes. And when I bounced it off her, she felt, I am like, so sorry, bro, but this is too much for me. Like, this is too much for me. I don't know. Maybe it's like on some Gemini shit, but like all of this shit would tire me out. Like, I would not want to hang. Like, it would be, I get it. We need to communicate and everything, but shit should not be this hard. We should not be butting heads this much. Like, I'm getting flashbacks. So when I tried to reconnect with my old friend, it was almost like this, like lingering, like, like, it's a little too hard, like, to even try to, you know, it should not be this complicated is all I'm saying. It should not be like, because this is just, I'm just ready to just be like, you know what? You can just go ahead on your way and I can be the villain in your story to anyone you want to tell about it. I just don't really feel like doing this no more. Like, for real, bro. You're mad for a week? A week? I don't know, man. She told me she felt like she was being challenged. I was probably delusional, but anything she did, I thought was pure. And in the same way, I thought I was being pure too. I really wasn't into the jokey name calling thing, but she did it sometimes. I thought you said she stopped doing that. She doesn't make off-color jokes anymore. And then you say, I wasn't into the jokey thing, but she did it sometimes. So I thought it was safe to reciprocate. It should not be this hard. You should not be getting tested. You should not be feeling like it's a trap. Y'all are slowly falling back into, y'all falling back into your patterns. Like, bruh, I don't know, friend. Because I'm all for, like, I'm all for girls having girlfriends and, like, being cool and, like, but what concerns me is that you guys have in the same, and I'm sorry I keep bringing it back to myself, but I've only ever done this one time and realized it probably, I should not do this with anybody. And this was somebody who, like, I thought, like, we had, like, a little trauma bond and all. Like, I thought we could actually, you know, but nah, bruh. When people are still in the same space, it don't matter how much time. That's my opinion, because I know time heals all wounds. But if you're not out of the fucking spot, she's still with the same man. It's just now she don't got no friends. You know? Not trying to read the girl. It's just, I'm like, bruh, I've seen this shit before. I don't think there's any ill intent or anything. It's just y'all are literally pressing repeat. What is different? And I should have known something was about to be up, because usually I have a few that we're gonna read. When it is really wrapped up and y'all are really good, the update's like this big. Why is your entry this big, friend? Something's going on, bro. Something's going on. Something is going on, friend. And I don't think it's malicious. I just think y'all might have, like, y'all outgrown each other in that way, personality wise. Like, I don't know. I don't think a year. They said 2 years. I don't think that's enough time. There are certain that, like, y'all were friends for 11. Y'all need a solid 5-piece, bro. Y'all need a solid 5-piece at least. Like, I couldn't even imagine hanging out with my childhood best friend right now. And I haven't talked to them for like 10 years. I couldn't imagine. Like, I'm such a different person. And I know it will be just like you, where it's like, I know you, or the old you. Like, I know your foundation, but we're keep butting heads because I don't do this and you do this. I don't particularly like that and you don't communicate that. Like, what? Look. He said, now we know that she wasn't always joking when I was, which sounds terrible, but the only way to explain how these jokes form was during, like, crackhead energy type moments, which I believe was a habit we developed from frequently having male friends who played around like that. I'm confused. I need an example. Like, what did y'all do? Would you just be like, with your crackhead ass? Because I thought that's what we stopped doing. Because I remember that was a joke from the last story. You said somebody was calling somebody a crackhead. So it surprised me and made me angry when it counted as resentment towards me that came out of seemingly nowhere. Are you really surprised? Because now we're not teeny boppers. Now we're grown. Okay? I still don't feel like it was a lot of time between there to grow. However, this is their personality. Like, I don't... Like, what? Look. They said, I wanted to keep in my victim mentality villain arc, but as someone mentioned, I legitimately didn't have anything I disliked about her. I was only upset about her ghosting me, literally, and saying that I didn't care about her. I felt like I was doing a lot to keep our long distance relationship, and it was not equally reciprocated. Not that I expected it to be, or I didn't expect anything in return, she said. But it seemed a bit hypocritical that she would say I didn't care about her when she wasn't displaying any care herself. I'm sending her packages, buying her games, being her therapist, offering to send her things we had lying around that she could use, and even literally having folks contact her in person across state lines because I'm genuinely concerned about her. I'm kind of concerned about her too, because now that I know that you guys are long distance, like, I want to know why, Daniel, why are you sending me this? I want to know why, bro, oh my God, bro made her cut off all her friends. So she's literally by herself in that house and then just talks to you. Look, y'all talking about Gare Bear, please. Hold Hold on. I got all this shit going on. My bad, y'all. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm getting distracted. She said I was sending her care packages. I didn't want to express my anger to her, so I got hella bitter. And I didn't want to be an actual ass in real life, so I didn't send her any bitter monologues. Friend, this just sounds way too much. This just sounds like you got way too much going on. Because it shouldn't be this hard. Like, am I tripping? It shouldn't be this fucking hard. You shouldn't be having to hide your emotions. And I don't know, bro. This is too much, especially for a long distance. Friendship, not even relationship, a friendship. Y'all sending each other care packages and shit. Like, damn. Also, for additional context, I didn't grow up with money. We both come from lower middle class families, and I think the way I worded it came off like I was a Nepo baby and claiming my mother's wealth, when I was actually trying to convey that she might have had an idealized perspective about my new life and perceived change in lifestyle while dealing with some personal and financial hardships, exaggerated by her status as a Latin American girl. It's just hard to describe, but I felt she physically saw that transition and internalized it. So in specific issues that had a paywall came up, my playful teasing came off as me calling her broke. But I swear I didn't mean that I was wealthier or better than her. She was just mad because she's broke. I'm sorry, friend, but there's really like no way around it. There's really no way around it, bro. Like you was calling her broke, bro, and it don't matter. I come from a single mother household, never been to no private school in my life, and as an ignorant child, I call people broke. Like, bro, let's just call a spade a spade. Come on now, let's just call a spade a spade. Like, damn, y'all is tripping. She said, no, for real. Like, you're not supposed to be joking about nobody's financial shit. And then y'all weren't in, like, no elementary school. Y'all was, like, come on, friend. Sometimes you just got to own that shit. Like, it just is. And I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to read your description, but it's, like, when you got to fluff shit up, like, and it just don't be making sense. Yeah. Get bored and be playing video games, and I would say I wish you had a Nintendo Switch, which is like an entitled thing to say, but in the back of my head I was thinking about how I was going to be able to afford to buy her a Switch. What? Friend, look, it's okay. Like, I was just talking about this on the Twitch stream on Monday, where we were doing reactions to the TikToks and stuff, like, where the girl was like, I'm hood adjacent. And it's like, bro, it's okay to have money. It's okay to come from stability. It's okay. It is not your fault that she is in the situation that she is economically or whatever. However, come on now. Talking about, I would be like, damn, I wish you had a Switch. But like, bro, really? Like, come on. Then just buy her the Switch, bro. Or just don't say nothing. Like, I grew up a little better off than some people because, yeah, I had a single mom and stuff, but she was a teen mom. So my grandparents would send us nice bikes, nice clothes, and I knew better than to go outside where I lived in my hood adjacent neighborhood, to go outside and tell everybody I had a Wii. Like, why would I do that? So I can get bucked? Like, so I can have other people having an assumption about me so I can be snobby? Like, no. It's just something you just know, like, it's probably not like the most horrible thing, saying, oh, I wish you had a Switch. But it's like, girl, I wish I had $1 million. Now what? I don't know. They said, I think she's more aware now that we aren't as well off as she assumed. And I told her that while we live in a new big house, my mom works contracts and they expire. Sometimes she's unemployed or tight on money. And the reality is she has thousands in student loan debt. I also pay my own tuition. And I'm quite literally on EBT and social circumstances at school. Again, you do not, it's being well off is not a bad thing, okay? It's not a bad thing. And please don't think this is a read. However, your mom moving into newer, bigger house in this economy in the last 10 years alone is a privilege. One, that's not normal. That's not something that just anybody can do. Lots of people do work contract jobs like all the time. Usually those contracts are very high paying. You also get commission bonuses off of certain contracts, you know. And yes, every contract expires, friend. Like some are longer than others, but that's the point. And because she is a 1099 worker, that means on the books when you go to school and stuff, you can qualify. And because you're an adult, you're no longer dependent, you can qualify for EBT. You can get certain financial aid at school. Like it makes sense. And that's okay. Like that's okay, bro. Like again, you have nothing to do with how that girl people, got down. Like it just, and this is coming from somebody who's in that girl's boat. I have an immigrant grandmother, a Latin American mother, and I didn't go to none of this shit. Like, so don't think I'm trying to be like, fuck that poor bitch, like, cause I can empathize with her. But I also want you to not beat yourself up for coming from something. And I feel like we as Black people do that a lot. Like, oh, God forbid you're from the suburbs. God forbid you got your mom is bossed up like this and has like all this cool shit. Like, girl, I wouldn't give a damn. All I would say is to go outside a little bit more, because like doing the whole I wish you had a Range Rover so we can ride our matching Range Rovers. Like, I get it. That's an extreme, but like we're in that point economically where that's what that sounds like. I can't even get my nieces and my niece or my brothers and sister. I can't get them a Switch. And I don't even got kids. I can't afford to buy them little kids no Switch. Like, I don't know, bro. So they said, during that, and she said that I looked that way because she was on the outside looking in and thinking I was pushing her to buy things she can't afford by me saying, oh, I wish you had a Switch. During that period, which would that not make somebody insecure? Like, financial insecurity is a real thing, bro. Like, there's really nothing you could do. You can make a whole PowerPoint on how, you're not as well off as your white counterparts and all that stuff. But financial insecurity is a thing. And I'm not trying to make it about race, but unfortunately, we're in America. That is the main thing that a lot of fair complexion people be getting pissed off. What do they all say? They're stealing our jobs, and oh, I deserve this. I'm just saying, like, bro, financial insecurity is a real thing, So I could see how she would be like, damn, bro, I can't even keep up with the homie. My thing is, I'll be mad at that man of hers. Like, damn, I want to switch. She said during this period of time, I was getting a lot of financial aid. I was showing her stuff I was buying for school, and I was occasionally sending her things to her house. Okay, well, that was very nice of you. Thank you so much, Joycelina, for the follow. I love your name. It is very pretty. But yeah, thank y'all so much for the Twitch follows, as always. So you were buying her stuff with your financial aid money. Okay. I was thinking that, I was showing her stuff I was buying for school. I would send her stuff unannounced. So it looked like I had a bunch of disposable income when I really didn't. I was actually saving for those things in month-long processes or purchasing them from my school's bookstore. And it was a big moment. So you're saying that like this whole time she thought you were balling and now you're getting financial aid money, and she was like, oh, girl, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The majority of us, our mamas ain't on no 1099s. They on W-2s and shit, and they allegedly make too much, and we can't get no shit. Like, bruh, you were being very, very nice buying her stuff with your financial aid. Like, that was very, very nice of you, because if you were my daughter, I'll be like, girl, I know you're not buying this girl shit with your money. You better be buying yourself some noodles. Like, what? Oh my gosh. So our long and old friendship definitely comes with quirks, and we genuinely do have something there. So we're still friends. We habitually, God damn, we'll go radio silent for weeks because we have a lot on our plate, but we always jump back. Honestly, I think that might be the best case scenario for y'all, because when y'all are a little too close, now there's tick for tat. We're making tallies of who did what and who made who upset. So I feel like if you give each other enough space, like, y'all can have a very cordial, thing going on. But yeah, I don't know, friend. Thank you, Naja, for being the voice of reason and letting me be evil in your inbox. But we genuinely have something going on. Typing that incoherent mess helped me cope and move on. I don't normally hold resentment. I just kind of forget people exist and move on with my life. So when she sprung back up, I had already forgiven her, and I suspected she forgave me. So here's a picture of me and Kiwi at the zoo before the ghosting. And here is us now. Yes, glow up. Okay. And then she sent me the text messages of when they fell out, but I'm like, damn, this is it feels like a little invasive. Like, I shouldn't be reading this. It said, I really hope you're not mad at me and will consider rekindling our friendship. Oh, this is when she reached back out. I understand if you don't want to be friends, but I really need to get this off my chest. I'm sorry for ghosting you. I was going through a difficult time. My friends were talking about me behind my back. I want you to know that the accusations I made against you are not true. You're always quite attentive to my needs and everything. They said somebody tried to do something. Who did that? I felt like she was a little jealous of the moment, the amount of time she was jealous of you spending time with your sister. I felt like she was replacing me. Girl, her sister was here first. And then she said her and the ex are back together. And after I sent that first message, I knew I was wrong. And he's been on my neck about contacting you. So I'm doing it now, almost a year later. I don't know how I would feel about this. I honestly would have accepted the apology, but I don't think that I would have picked this back up if it were me. But thank God it's not me. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, nothing horrible happened. Like, you guys didn't split no bills together. She ain't take no credit card out in your name. Like, nothing horrible happened. She didn't risk your safety, have you set up in a trap house or some crazy shit. I just feel like the communication needs work. I think space helps. However, we do need reciprocation here. You spending your money sending gifts and stuff, friend. I'm pretty sure that's your love language. But obviously your friend is very financially insecure. Like, I don't think that it's doing what you think. Let me know, y'all. Do y'all see where I'm coming from with that? Like, I don't think that it's sending the message that you think it's sending. I would keep it to holiday specific gifts. Just if that's your love language. Don't do OD. Don't talk about things that, I wish I had a switch. Like, but I do feel like y'all talking to each other like a month at a time is the best case scenario for real, because too close, I don't know. What do y'all think? That is the end of their story. I'm glad you guys are friends. I mean, friends. Everybody needs friends, girl. Um, just keep it cute. Do not swallow your pride and be on some, oh, I'm going to just hold this in. No, because now y'all doing the same thing. Like, communicate. But I really don't see how you can form any type of beef when you're not in each other's face. So there you go. If you must keep this friendship, just keep that distance a little bit. And I don't know. I'm still side-eyeing the boyfriend. I'm still side-eyeing her boyfriend. I'm still side-eyeing the boyfriend. T. So yeah, let's move on to the next story. Thank you again for sending in your update. The next one, I'm sure everyone remembers. Chronicles of a Mama's Boy. I hated his mom. So this was the what's it called? The story about the mama's boy who lived in the house with, it's a boy or a man, his brother's baby mama, some kids, and the mom does not live there, but she owns the house and she like comes in and out whenever she please. And then our friend here lives with them. She is not from the US, so she's living with them on some like, you know, I kind of just got to be here. And yeah, they pretty much just were going back and forth. She was working from home, making the best money of her life, while everybody else around her is just like destitute and bitter. But yeah, it was just too much. People moving in and out the house, and she finally just left. She was like, I can't do this anymore. She did end up moving out with the guy that she was with, but then they eventually broke up after a while because, I mean, they just couldn't come back from it. So I read this story on November 14th of 2023. If you'd like to go look up the live stream, it is in another one of my little 4-hour lives. So here is the update. Hey, Naja, thank you so much for reading my story. You are welcome. I was working when you went live, but I was able to catch little bits and pieces. As always, you and the tribe had me rolling. I wish I had a chance to interact more with the live chat. I know it was a lengthy story and I edited it multiple times in order to condense it, so that's why there may have been a couple missing pieces. So I'm just going to send in an update to clarify, okay? So the age gap. Ew is right about the age gap. Yes, they did have an age gap. I'm in my mid-20s right now and definitely do not see myself with a 21 or 22-year-old. I was so used to dating older guys in my sugar daddy days, and the guy, his name was Jay, that she named him. Jay was the youngest older guy I dated. Wow. And to be honest, Jay was definitely on some weird shit. I found out mid-relationship, he dated a 19-year-old right before he and I started dating. Oh. For some reason, he wasn't genuinely upfront with her about breaking up, so she thought that they were still together while Jay and I were together. Oh, yeah. See, no, that would have pissed me off. What? Not when you over here living with him and mommy dearest. Yo, oh my gosh. I almost broke up with him when I found out, and I wish I did, but I'll share that story for another time. Oh, okay. Nonetheless, I definitely jumped into that relationship too fast, and I was definitely trying to play housewife real bad. No, for real, because I was like, I hope she don't have her feelings hurt, because I did say, like, girl, you are really trying to play housewife, and this is not your house. It's the mama house with her mommy dearest ass. Like, what? I cannot. So, the next thing is Jay's grandmother. There's a grandmother involved. I don't remember the grandmother. Not the grandma. They said Jen. Oh, wait, no. Jay's grandmother. I didn't mean to sound unsympathetic when talking about Jen's past. Oh, she did talk about the grandma because Jen, Jay's mother, acts the way she does because the grandma ain't shit. She said, my Aquarius coldness jumped out, but you're right. My bad, y'all. Jay's grandmother had Jen at a young age as well. I don't remember the exact age, but she was a teenager. From what Jay and his other relatives has said, his grandmother and his mom did not get along even before the pregnancy. And for any of y'all that don't remember, Jay's mom was pregnant with him when she was a teenager, like 13, 14 or something like that. And I remember someone in my comments being like, how do you know she got SA'd? And I'm like, kids can't consent. Like, what are you talking about? How do I know? Okay. Sure. All right. So, thanks so much to Christine for resubscribing to my tier. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for the support. You said, wasn't the mama like 12? No, for real, the mom was like 12. That's why I'm like, look, that is a whole middle schooler with a baby. That's ridiculous. They said when Jen was a little girl, she would try to run away a lot because they would get into heated arguments about Jen being fast with grown men and skipping school. I don't believe in labeling little girls as fast. That was their words, not mine. She was in and out of school a lot and overall didn't want to be a parent, which I understood because she was a little kid and probably dealing with the emotional aftermath of giving birth and all of that stuff. Eventually, his grandmother had enough and kicked her out the house. Wow. When she was 16. There was a big verbal and physical argument between them, which led to his grandmother cutting ties. Jen would then leave Jay at at her friend's. Oh, wow. She'll leave him at a friend's house and will be gone for months. Wow. Nobody would know where she was or what she was doing. Jay also told me about the time when they filed a missing persons report for her because of this. That is crazy. I guess when she was around 18, people stopped cutting her slack, which kind of forced her to be a parent. So she still did those things, but not as often, and eventually stopped when Jay was in middle school. Not being judgy because she was probably dealing with a lot of trauma, postpartum depression, and who knows what else at the time. I just wanted to elaborate on her not being around as much part that I mentioned, as well as questions about why the grandmother did not raise him. Oh, okay. So she beefed with grandma, and that's why she wouldn't even see. I don't understand why. Well, it's because she's young. I just don't understand where it's like some moms would rather their kids suffer with them than be in a stable environment. Like, okay, yeah, you and grandma are beefing, but you would rather your son be in a stranger's house where he can get beat on, touched on, whatever, than with their grandparents. All because of pride. Wow. Crazy. She said the house, the slobs, and the mama lord. So Jen owned the house for clarification, but she didn't live there. Yeah, I got that vibe. She had negative experiences with past tenants and decided to just rent it to Matt and Ash, which is the her ex's brother and sister that have the babies. Right. And that's what I feel too, Darian. Someone in the chat said, it's the grandma responsibility to get like step the fuck up and take the kid. Like, you're not teaching nobody a lesson by having the baby out in the street either. You're right. It does go both ways. Because what do you mean? What? And you're right. That is probably why his fam normalized dating 19-year-olds, because that's all his people knew, you know? It's fucked up. So they said Jen had negative experience with past tenants, so now the brother and sister-in-law, the kids, are staying in there. To make a long story short, Jay moved in with them after one of his exes broke up with him and left him high and dry with their lease. And he ended up breaking that lease and moving back in with his mom. I guess she didn't want him to move into the house that she actually lived in and got him to move in with the brother and sister. Okay, so that's how he even got in there in the first place. I think the main reason they said yes to him living there was because Jay was going to contribute to rent and utilities. Now, this also makes sense to why the mom was like, nah, you're about to have your brother and your sister-in-law move back in here, because technically it was always supposed to be their dirty ass house in the first place. Because yes, they kept that house dirty as fuck. So when I moved in, she, Jay, and myself had a conversation about rent and other things. She was upset at the condition in which Matt and Ash left the house, saying she would never rent to them again and feel sorry for the new landlord. She spilled some tea about Matt, indirectly calling him a bum because Ash paid all, if not all, the bills. She claimed she was happy that she was finally going to get a fresh start with Jay and I being her new tenants. Ma'am, that's your son. So if you calling anybody a bum, like, that's your son. You raised a bum. Like, you did that. You did that, or lack thereof. Like, what? Wow. Someone in the chat said my aunt is also like this. She won't let my mom adopt or take care of my cousin and give her a better shot because she wants income tax money. Oh, don't even get me started on these ghetto ass bitches, bro. No, for real. Yes. Be having a kid living in all types of bullshit, being in all types of, just like she said, having them at parties and dropping them off at people's house and shit just so they can get a check. Yep. He said she even says she wants them to be homeless together. Wow. Yeah, that lady's gonna get her. She's gonna get all her karma. I'm so sorry you have to go through that. Like, people are just fucking sick, bro. People are so selfish. Like, this is a brand new little person that can have all new experiences, like, and your old bitter ass. Like, wow. And no, back to this story. Matt is not a family friend. Matt is Jay's brother. So Jen, the mama, has multiple children. She had kids after Jay. It is giving Bluetooth and Clarissa and all them, right? So Jay is Matt's brother. Matt had multiple children with a woman named Ash. Okay? So that's who they are. So Jay and I, being her new tenants, whatever, we had the entire house to ourselves, and she was not planning on renting out rooms or the house unless Jay and I decide to move out. At the time, she made it seem like she would just be a regular old landlord. And girl, yes, on some air sign shit, although I wasn't on Facebook, I was Snapchatting my friends' pictures and videos of that nasty ass house. I promise you I would have sent them if I still had them, but I deleted everything regarding that relationship and that house after the breakup, as you should. So now here's some tea on my family. So my family lives in my home country, and they didn't know all of these details because I just kept saying, like, where is your people at, girl? Like, these people are doing you so crazy, because at the end of the day, you were paying rent. You do have renters' rights. Like, they were being shiesty for sure. So she said her people didn't know exactly what was happening, but they were kind of aware of the situation. I would sometimes vent to them, but it would lead to lectures about consequences of my decisions and convos about them feeling bad for not being able to help. I came to the U.S. with my older brother. We lived with my mom's friends for about 2 years when we first got here. And then we moved out together as soon as we were able to work legally. He was able to get a high-paying job before I did. So he assumed responsibility of paying rent, and we split the other bills. I love my brother, and we have a great relationship, but living with him was ass. He was kind of a slob. Not as bad as Ash and Matt, though. Nah, girl, I couldn't live with my brother again. For the birds. I envy girls who are like you know, there's a difference between girls that got brothers and girls that got sisters. Like, I've noticed like girls that have sisters, they're a little bit more touchy. They like doing hugs and all that type of shit and just like touching each other's face, like all that type of shit, right? I be envying y'all, you know, because like, you know, at least y'all don't got to deal with the stuff we have to deal with, okay? Like, I commend you, because I couldn't even imagine like F just living with the brother. Like, now there's like this is my house, my space. I can have it how I want. And that boy smell be lingering, girl. Like, it be lingering. Like, oh my gosh. She said he was kind of a slob, but not as bad as Ash and Matt. And he would always have his guy friends over who would just also hit on me when he wasn't paying attention. Oh, that is so disrespectful. That is so disrespectful. And he would blast music at all hours of the day and night. Bruh, I forgot about that. They do that. Bruh, my brother used to do that too. Like, anytime he was about to take a shower or something, we just have to have a full concert on the whole upper level. Like, now we got music. And it's like, damn, bro, I'm trying to sleep, bruh. I do not miss that. I do not. I forgot they do that. What the fuck? She said she told her brother about his habits. And to say the least, he tried to change. Like, but it just wasn't consistent. And we would have minor back and forth from time to time. I also finally just told him about his friends making me uncomfortable, which resulted in a physical altercation between them. That's what I was about to say. As soon as you tell him, like, hey, bro, your friend has been saying he's trying to do stuff to me, bro, I guarantee, yeah, no. No. That's such a boundary cross. I'm glad he beat his ass. I don't care. I do not care. But in good old man fashion, after the ass whooping, now they're cool. Now they're good. Now he's still over there all the time. Oh, except for the one dude that actually like hit on her. But all the rest of them, it wasn't just one dude doing it. He just actually beat one dude's ass. So the other dudes that hit on her can still come to the apartment, except for the dude who got hit on. Gotcha. Damn. Okay. So she says she just didn't feel comfortable or safe there at the time. And I don't really have much to say on things because I wasn't the one paying rent, is what he would always remind me. Right. Boy math, right? Oh my gosh. So hold on. And I would always have to clean up after him too, which was not fun. I was planning on moving out. So when Jay asked me to move in with him after Matt and Ash left, it didn't seem like a bad idea. I did go back to my brother's house a couple times during the chaotic ordeal, but I just preferred my best friend's house. Yeah, honestly, after going through that much stuff, and then you not having like this long ass fucking history. No, where did you say? You said you met your best friend when you lived with your parent. Okay, so remember when she moved to the U.S., her and her brother had to live with some friends of her parents for 2 years. Okay, that's where she met this best friend she lives with. So this person is akin to your family. Like, that's a way better option than living with some boy and his bitter ass dysfunctional ass family. Like, and y'all know how I feel about living with best friends, but this is completely different. Like, you are literally in a foreign country. This is a real best friend for real. Like, you need connections. Seriously. But I'm dead that your brother literally only beat up one of them. You talking about he was just setting an example. Like, he was like, look, I know all y'all doing this shit, but you, mink. He said, mink, I'm not doing it. Oh my God. Anywho, I hope this clarified some things. I'm about to finish the stream. Catch y'all next time. Much love. Yes, thank you so much for the update. That definitely cleared up a lot of things. I'm just glad that you're in a better space, and I hope that you guys get all of the prosperity, even your little funky ass brother, because shoot, it seems like y'all are doing everything you're supposed to do to, you know, live in your own personal little American dream. Get that capital up, boy. You already know. But yeah, I'm just glad you're not living in there no more. And I hope that Jay never tries to hit you up or anything. But the fact that he cheated on you and you stayed, friend. That's a lot. That is a lot. But not compared to, I guess you were beat down enough. You were like, well, shit, out of all things. I bet you were probably like, well, shit, at least it wasn't his mom on some ID channel shit. And it was, I guess, like, damn. But yeah, thank you again. Thank you so much for the update. So this next update is super, super, super short. It's literally like 2 sentences, but I do want to give y'all a little, you know, give y'all a little tea. This is the story that we read November 21st, 2023 on that live stream. And it is the Karma Hit Me 3 Times in a Loop. Now, to refresh y'all memory, this is a story about the girl who, she was only 20 at the time. Like, she was young at the time. And she was in a 6-year confusing situationship with this light-skinned demon. And she ended up making him her baby daddy. Then she started talking to this pilot. It was just a whole bunch of cheating and philandering and all types of stuff going on. Some babies got made from it. A second baby got made, and she was smashing the pilot and the pimp looking man at the same time, and she didn't know who the baby daddy was going to be. And her reasoning was they are both light skinned, so we're just gonna just roll the dice and just tell him that it's his. And I was like, no, do not lie to that man and do that. Just be real. Like, honestly, at this point, everybody has like done all their tit for tat shit. You might as well just start over a new slate and just be real and just be like, look, it is what it is. We're all grown. It is what it is, you know? So she gave me a very short update. And I told y'all, usually when good things happen out of the situation, there's really not much to say. So she said, thank you so much for reading. I have so many updates, but I will keep it short. God really came in clutch because the pregnancy was just a vapor line and a dud test. Girl, you dodged a bullet. You know that was God, right? You know that was God. You know that was God, bro. God was like, girl, I'm about to scare you straight. You need to stop it. He said, I am going to scare you straight. Literally. Wow. Wow. Girl, you really dodged a bullet. She also said she stopped talking to Sax, that's the pilot, and she stopped talking to her baby daddy in a romantic way, setting them boundaries. We see you, queen. My sole focus now is my children and going back to school to better our future. And I know that's right, girl. Like, all that other shit, fuck it. The men will come. Like, the relationship will come. Like, all that's important right now is bossing up, and that's pretty much it. Like, and you said it yourself, for the kids, it just is what it is. You are so freaking lucky, girl. You are so lucky. And you are so pretty, too. Like, you are so lucky. Why does that man look like Sharp? What the fuck? The pilot. Not the pilot. And your baby is so cute, too. Like, I'm just glad that you're like, you know what? It's time to grow up and leave all this bullshit behind. And I do not blame you. Another short one, since we're on the short ones right now, is the Is It Really Worth It story. So, oh, and by the way, thank you so much for sharing that update with us, because that was heavy as hell. Like, that was crazy. So in the Was It Really Worth It? Oh my God. Was It Really Worth It story? That was also on the November 15th stream of 2023. And it was about someone named Vic, who had a girlfriend. They've been together for 2.5 years, going on 3. And the first 1.5 years were long distance. They get together and, they would travel back and forth to see each other, but now they together, right? And what did she do? Did she cheat at the kickback? Oh no, she went through her things. So while her girl was at a kickback, they're in town together, hanging with each other. She was in her room and she went through her things and found a Polaroid of her and another girl who she never seen before. And it was like a suggestive Polaroid. Right? And she admitted she cheated on me a few months into the relationship. Shortly after that, I found out she linked up with her ex of 7 years. Damn. I love her with everything in me, and I'm sure she loves me too, but I'm not afraid. But I'm afraid not more. What? Oh, so basically she is paranoid because it's like, girl, you doing weird shit, but she doesn't want it to be toxic and push her away. She says she has a bunch of insecurities of previous relationships I've worked so hard to overcome, and she's knocked me down a few notches. Damn, friend. She's been doing everything she can to win me back. We communicate 100 times better now. We have our own little version of couples therapy, and we go on dates, and she reassures me. I'm happy she has a conscience, but I'm unsure if this is something that I can personally get over, the cheating. Right? So I remember my advice being along the lines of, if you can't let it go, it's not going to work. Like, if you can't let it go, it's not going to work, bro. Like, if that shit keeps popping up every time, it's just not going to work because it's always going to pop up. So here's her update. And she wrote this while she was watching the original stream. She said, for clarification, she did not cheat on me with her ex. They only had a conversation. She has only cheated once, which is crazy to say out loud. And I was not blaming myself for her cheating. I know 100% that is not for me to carry. And I'm glad you know that because it wasn't your fault. However, this that gay shit that y'all need to have like a coming to Jesus moment about. It is not normal for her to be having these one-on-one conversations with her ex. Like, that's weird. What do you need to talk to them about? Like, earth the lesbians. Like, y'all need to cut that shit out. I personally think that shit's weird. As a bi girl, I think that shit's weird, and I feel like it's possessive as fuck. Leave people alone. And I don't want to hear this whole, oh, well, the community is small, so blah, blah, blah. Bruh, you can branch out to other cities, nearby states. Like, this just don't make no damn sense to me. Like, it's never made sense to me. It's like, and that's why I feel like a lot of people just at a certain age, they just say fuck it and be like, yeah, we're poly. Cause it's like, it's a no for me. It just doesn't make sense. Why do you need to talk to this girl? Y'all don't got shit to talk about. You're an ex. And yeah, saying someone only cheated once is crazy. They said, I do agree with the fact that she doesn't get brownie points for telling the truth. No, she does not. I can admit my approach to this situation has been very unusual. I'm usually quick to emotionally detach and go tit for tat, which is what we're both used to. I remember that. And I still am heavy on the, she is waiting for you to do something because that's what she's used to. And then when she realizes you're not going to do it, now she feels like shit. That's what I think is going on. So it's going to be way easier for her to forgive herself than it is going to be for you to forgive, because in the situation, she assumed you were going to cheat and you didn't. So now we just all looking goofy, you know? Yeah, no. There's a lot of growing up and unlearning we're trying to do together, which is hard. Our mindsets and standards of relationship is so messed up, and we're just trying to give each other better. We're both separately in therapy and have decided to just ride out living together. If we don't, I would too. That's another thing. In this economy, bitch, you can't afford to cheat. You better have cheated fucking months ago. Shit, not even that. The economy's been fucked up for years. I don't want to hear it, actually. I changed my mind. Someone made a TikTok about that the other day. They're like, bitch, you out here cheating and you living with your partner. You're really, really on a thin line, buddy. On a thin line. Like, what? If I was y'all therapist, I would advise y'all to do that too. Because honestly, fuck the whole relationship shit. Y'all need to be friends, roommates, partners. Like, y'all need to, let's share some responsibilities. You don't need to be fucking to do that. So I see what y'all therapists are doing. It's not, because it's not wise to just be like, oh yeah, fuck that hoe. She cheated on you. You can't get over it. You need to move out. Like, no. Y'all talking about she would have woke up to bonnets and Timbs. What? Oh my gosh. Look. So, there's a lot of growing up we need to do. We're both in therapy. If we don't feel that, so we both are in therapy and we decide to live out with each other. And if we don't feel the same when the lease is up, we will part ways. As of now, we're in a really good spot and both hoping for the best. I truly appreciate the advice from you and the tribe. Y'all were eating us up. And I also want to agree, it was a red flag. I just shouldn't have went through her stuff. And I was invited out by the cousins, but I declined because I had things I wanted to do instead. So, yeah. I mean, good luck to y'all. Again, good luck to you guys. But it literally is, if you can't get over the fact that in the beginning stages of the long distance that she was out doing her stuff, I mean, you'll find out when the lease is up, right? So that's smart. Let's go by what your therapist said. When the lease is up and if you still feel cross about it, in my Beatrix Kiddo voice, if you still feel cross about it, you should leave. Like, you should actually call it quits, you know? You talking about, I'm a soft girl, so honestly, I'm gonna show up in my bonnet and Ugg and stomp them out. Here you go. This said, what unlearning do you gotta do? I feel like her therapist is pushing her towards the whole, like, don't be accusatory and shit, when it's like, bro, that is so easier said than done. That's some work for real. It's hard. You said, well, my exes, I would never in a million years go back because there's a reason. Yeah, no, for real. No, for real. That's not how girl relationships work, though. That's not how they work. That's not how they work at all. Talking about over here being unfaithful when your money not even up. No, for real. Like, what the hell, bro? Horrible. So let's get into this one. OMG. So let's get into the update of the hard to find good Black female friends. All right. So I'm going to refresh your memory. OMG. That is so cute. So y'all, they sent me a Christmas picture of them. And it is so cute. Before I even get into this shit, like, y'all look so adorable with the little cats and the little hats. Oh, I love the crochet. Y'all did that. Okay, y'all ate. Y'all did that. So just a refresher for anybody who does not remember, because I don't think this was a title story or anything. But when I first initially heard this story, I was like, girl, it's hard to find any friends, period, these days. Black, brown, yellow, red, blue, green, orange, like male, female, non-binary. Like, it's hard to find any type. Like, girl. So then I started getting into the story. And she starts telling us instances of her friendships and, like, why they didn't work out. And me personally, I just felt like it was just given a little bit too picky, almost like OCD, anxious type pickiness. And then she did come out and say, you know, I actually have social anxiety that I have to be medicated for. And I really think that the social anxiety and just having, like, that anxious personality contributed to the nitpicking. However, the bar for, because good and bad is subjective, right? So something I think is bad, you might think is good, vice versa. So everyone's bar of judgment is different. And while reading this, we realize some things here and there about our friend's man. So I mean, look, I'm gonna give y'all props. I love your little Christmas photos and shit, but that's really when shit started going downhill. Because at first I was like, okay, the title, there's some unpacking that needs to be done there, right? But what I did not expect was for the man to chime in. And I'm going to read exactly what she sent to me that he said, okay? Because I'm not about to put words in nobody's mouth, okay? She said the title is the title because of something you said. And I was like, me? What the fuck did I say that's to do with this? I was like, what the fuck did I say? She said the title is because of something you said and my husband added to it. I remember I told him I watched your video and you said something about how just because you make another Black friend doesn't mean y'all are on the same wavelength. And that is true. Okay, now I'm back up to speed. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. I have said that before, right? So my husband recently brought it up again and said some Black women these days, not all. Just that fucking statement, friend. some black women these days, not all, but some are following that trend of being a bad bitch, doing what they want and not giving a fuck. He said, I don't care what people think, and trying to be something they're not. Both of my ex-friends were like, why can't we be kind ethnic people? Oh, and she's saying both of her friends were like that. Both of the girls she tried to befriend were bad bitch girls that do what they want and don't give a fuck. And she said, why can't we be kind, ethical people with good morals? I'm 25. I look and act young. Like, I'm just reminding y'all what was sent, okay? I'm just reminding y'all because I don't want it to seem like I'm putting words in nobody's mouth. And then the icing on the cake was when she sent us a picture of her and her man. And she said she's white passing and her man a light skin. And I was like, no, you're light skin. Like, you yellow as hell, bright as hell. But he white passing. He looks like he's a white man that went on vacation. He looks like he's a white man that went on vacation and his wife got back braids and he got a tan. That's what he looks like. That's what he looks like. But yeah, that was the thing that stood out to me when I was just dying. But I love this little picture, y'all. Before I even get into this update, I love this picture, y'all. So anyway, all right. Here's the update. She said, this is definitely a controversial topic, but I needed to talk to somebody about my thoughts. I'm a Leo, just to refresh y'all mind. She's a Leo and she's 25. Her husband is a Gemini and and he's 24. So that I will tell you this, as a Gem who has been in a relationship with a Leo in the past and as well as had a very, very long-term friendship with one, we're very catty when we get together. Like, I will be so real. We are very catty when we get together. Like, like nothing good. Lots of table talk. Like, I'm being so fucking real with y'all. Shout out to all my Leos out there. I fuck with y'all. I really do. Y'all are just so like, yeah, I could take y'all in small doses because y'all be having me cutting up for real. Oh, and again, yeah, she's pregnant. Congrats. Again, congratulations. She says she's in her second trimester, and she's a military girl. Okay. So she says, I'm not as close as I'd like to be with my family. So yes, having a black counterpart / girlfriend is something I crave, and black friends because of the culture and similar knowledge of bonding. Right, because that was my first initial reaction where I was like, I feel like maybe she just wants a kinship on some like deeper level of just like, what type of movie do you watch? Like, I want to know, girl, what type of hair products, like, does this work for you? Like, have you tried this on your skin? Like, has this worked for you? Like, I get it. It's different. Or like, hey, what did your mom make for Thanksgiving? Like, what, are you coming to the cookout? No pun intended type shit. Like, that's what I thought she was really looking for when she was like, I can't find solid black girlfriends. She said, too, I didn't mean to generalize black women. I just feel like being in the military, the ones I try to prevent are not, or try to befriend, aren't on a growth level. But I know there are black women out there that are on that type of level. Girl, that concerns me because isn't these supposed to be our women protecting and serving? Like, I'll let you have that. I'll let you say that. Because I was going to say, like, man, look, I know not every woman in the military is on that type of time. Every black girl in the military. Because I even said I be getting stories from y'all where the white girls be cutting up all drunk and all that shit. Like. But she said, yes, I do need to branch out of the black preference and not put high expectations on women. But I do love being around other black women. So maybe you just like don't know how to make these deep relationships. But honestly, what I will say to you is if you want to, you're going to have to challenge some things, okay? Because part of the thing is, and I know some of y'all can relate out there, there are some things that my fiance as a man, he just is not going to, he can empathize, but he's not going to get. Does that make sense? there's certain conversations that you can have with Black women that you cannot run back to your man and try to get some type of cosign or something. And I remember, like, in the beginning of my relationship with my fiance, that would be like a thing where he would be like, I don't understand, like, why do you always need to get a second opinion? And I just said that, and it's just like, bro, you don't get it. Like, you don't get it. There are just some things where they're just not going to get, and it doesn't even have to do with race. This is like a man and woman thing. Like, let's just go to the bare minimum and take race out of it. Even as a man and woman thing, do you know how hard it is to explain to men about patriarchy and like there's like levels to humanitarianism, feminism, like there's levels to that shit. And I always joke around, like, I can always tell when a guy is like scratching that outer level by what they talk about. One person I could just think off the top of my head off of social media is Hassan. He's scratching on that outer level, but it's like there's this constant block because for whatever reason y'all have this yearning for power and it just gets all fucked up. So it's like, as women, there's some things you really don't need to like bring over there, bro. Like, you really don't, you know, right? Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to unlearn toxic masculinity, how the patriarchy affects you as a man. Like, it's like a lot. So yes, I do think branching off of these preferences and like clocking in with, like, if you want to be friends with Black women, like, I don't know if you've peeped about discourse online. Like, unfortunately, Black women and Black men, we don't be on the same page all the fucking time. There's a reason why people be Black love this, Black love that. There's a reason why people are upset about Amon and Tiana Taylor and shit. Like, I guarantee you, a lot of the things, he ain't gonna be, nah. I don't know, bro. I don't know. So then 3, I said my husband and I had a convo about this friend thing, and he said some Black women try to be the bad bitch city girl stereotype. It's not only Black women but that act like that, but who started to trend? Us, Black women. That is not true, friend. That is not true. And again, I will always say this: beware the man that says ew BBLs, okay? That's not true. Black women bodies already looked like that. Black women already were sewing stuff in their hair and doing baby hairs. Black women were already, you know, getting chastised, being called angry, loud, passionate. Now, when that Asian girl gets the BBL and the kinky curl and the lashes and be acting very aggressive and dominant online, oh, that's sexy. When the white girl fills up her lips, gets a Coke bottle figure, gets long 613 extensions, and, you know, starts saying the N-word, I'm like, oh, that's sexy. When, you know, like, bro, let's keep it a buck. Kim Kardashian, like, Black women have always looked like that. And it was not popular. It was called ghetto. Oh, them long ass nails are ghetto. That bright ass wig is ghetto. Them gold teeth are ghetto. Like, Black women are not getting praise for being the bad bitch city girl. I mean, look, y'all are having a conversation about it, you know? And there's so many other women around adopting these stereotypes. Like, I'm just saying. You said my husband and I were talking in confidence, so the terminology should have been better. I already know. I'm telling y'all, I already know how y'all, the Leo Gemini shit do. That was just some table talk, because that shit didn't have nothing to do with the whole story. It had nothing to do with the whole story, bro. And I'm sitting here like, girl, what is you talking about? Oh my God. He also watched the video with me and said I fucked up because obviously y'all perceived him in a Black woman hater way. That's what I'm trying to tell you, friend. There are certain conversations that they like physically cannot accept. Like, does that make sense? There are certain conversations that are just not going to translate because it's not their experience. Their experience as men, fuck the race, is being the consumers of us. They consume us all the time in more ways than one, okay? Of course, his perspective is going to be, we're listening in a black woman hater way because he has no reference point, right? And then as somebody who your own personal view is you as someone who is white passing, you admit you don't really are as connected with your family and everything. He's not confronted with a lot of blackness in his day-to-day life, if that makes sense. He's not confronted with a lot of these things, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't expect anything else, no shade. I wouldn't expect anything else because it's literally a completely different level of empathy to get to this point. And I'm not saying your man isn't empathetic. I'm saying that it's a whole nother level of usually men don't even reach that level until they have a granddaughter. Fuck a daughter. They don't reach that level till they have a granddaughter, to where they could see the multi-generational impact of so I'm not trying to say your man ain't empathetic. I'm just saying I don't expect much. I adjust my expectations when it comes to that, right? So he did not mean it in a derogatory way. Okay, friend. You said my mixed husband has never said any generalized derogatory comment towards black women. But he just did. He just called us a whole bunch of black women haters. You said, however, y'all did clock him. He does have a white mom. No, I could tell because when you're not confronted with certain stuff all the time, I could see how it just would be whatever. I don't want to hear it. That's your whatever. That's what you go through. He said he has a white mom, but white women aren't his preference. Okay, that's fine. Also, I wouldn't be with somebody who speaks of black women in that way. I identify as black, and I don't believe in putting each other down. I'm just trying to figure things out. Okay, my advice to you when you're out and about trying to find these friends, I would treat this conversation like how people treated politics back in 2008. I just wouldn't bring this shit up. I just wouldn't bring this shit up because, bro, what the fuck, bro? What? I just wouldn't have these conversations. How back in the day before Trump happened, you could be cool with a Republican, it's your choices aren't really bothering me. I mean, gay people can vote. I really don't give a fuck. If you want to be old school, be old school. Back in that type. And they just everybody knew okay, I'm a Republican. I'm just not going to talk about it. Y'all might need to just not talk about that shit with other people. Because bruh, what? He said, not you say, he just called us a bunch of big booty hoes. I want to party. Don't put words in that man's mouth now. You gonna get him upset. Don't be doing that. Oh, Lord. He said white women aren't his preference. I don't know what that man preference is. Because if you identify as black, I don't know. Let's move on. Number 4. Like I said, some black women I've met in the military are not on the do better growth mentality. With that, my underlying message that I should have added to my story was, as black women in our society, there has to be an unspoken expectation to do better so we aren't that black girl stereotype. Well, I'm about to tell you something. When you're in black spaces, those are supposed to be safe spaces so that I can let my hair down. I can talk how I want to talk. I can, take my wig off. I can start undoing my braids. I could peel my lashes off. That's the point. I have to perform every other fucking time. I have to, and then especially in the military, you got to snap up. You got to take orders. You got to if you want to be in black spaces, bitch, we're about to be not calling you a bitch, but we're about to be unapologetically black. Like, bro, I'm about to be unapologetically black in my black spaces. So I'm telling you, you might actually, you talking about be obnoxious, rude, all that stuff. Like, bruh, that's not, bruh. She said we need to break the obnoxious and rude stereotype. I'm not always seen as black, so I don't feel like I can answer the question, and I'm unsure if it's okay to ask that. So my main thing is, when you're in black spaces, bro, that's just how you gonna act, because you automatically feel safe. Like, I'm gonna feel I have to perform all day, all that shit, like I said. Now, when it comes to stereotypes are based in reality. And where do most black stereotypes come from? Slavery, and then like crack epidemic in the 80s type ghetto stereotypes, right? So where this stereotype coming from? Obnoxious and rude. Why might a black woman be obnoxious to somebody? What is obnoxious? Just having their culture, doing this with their nails, like, okay, again, that's someone being safe in a black space. Then you have the rude part. Why might a black woman be rude? Let's look at the totem pole of privilege and oppression. I mean, I'll be pretty fucking bitter too. You get what I'm saying? Like, you really have to like break certain shit down of why these stereotypes are even stereotypes. And then it starts to make like a little bit more sense. And then who usually gets the rude, obnoxious stereotypes when you say these things in the media and stuff like that? Is usually dark-skinned women from inner city areas, or you get what I'm saying? So again, privilege, totem pole. If you're looking for a black space where black people are not going to be unapologetically black, I guess go corporate America, make some office friends. Because then when you have those type of friends, because let's keep it a buck, in the military, you can fuck on shit, you can do drugs, you can get drunk, you can apparently SA people, you can do all of this debauchery, right? There's really no consequence. It's a boys club. You're in corporate America. I can't even get a drink with a bitch and say the N-word and I'm black without it getting back to HR and I'm in trouble. Maybe you should start hanging out with some office hoes. I don't know. Because I'm like, bruh, I'm really trying here. I'm really trying here. Okay, lastly, I am probably going to have a light-skinned child. Girl, you are about to be very disappointed. You're about to be disappointed. You're about to have like a Meghan Markle baby. Okay, we need to do some Punnett squares, all right? Well, obviously you're not going to be disappointed because you're about to have a baby. That's exciting as fuck. But if you think that you're about to have a light-skinned baby, you're about to be disappointed. You're about to have a whose white baby is this? That's what the Punnett squares say. Because even though I know you said you are full black, you have two black parents. We're in America. You light like that, something happened along. Yeah. This man got a whole white mama. Like, I don't know. Y'all probably gonna have like a little blonde baby or something. Like, y'all probably gonna have like a cute little Cabbage Patch baby. You said, lastly, I'm probably gonna have a light-skinned child, and I don't want them to be a light skin is what he wants person. I plan to teach them about respecting our culture, and I'm obviously still learning. So I feel like, I do think because of science, y'all are going to have a white child. And if anything, I feel like he is going to be more empathetic because he has two parents of color. He is going to be the most white passing out of the three of you. You're probably going to have I follow a lot of black moms who have white passing children, like legit, or not just white passing, Asian passing, like legit doesn't even look like it came out of their body. And they talk a lot about how they're confronted with identity politics a lot in their day-to-day life. And their kids are aware that, I don't look like my parents, but I look like grandma, my white grandma, or, I look like grandpa, my white grandpa, or I look like my Asian grandpa, you know? So that is inevitable. He's going to realize, like, these are people I love. They have African feature, like, you have hair like mine type shit. He got him a little white boy tape up. He's gonna realize, kids see that whole don't see color shit bullshit. They know. So he's gonna know. He's gonna have that level of empathy. However, I am seeing what y'all are saying in the chat. A lot of the time, that stuff, especially with little boys, it depends on the father of what he instills. Because yes, how he treats women is how he sees his dad treat you. So obviously you're not these stereotypes. So he's not gonna, you know, call you. I don't know. He might one day. I hope not. I'll mollywop him for you. Talking about call you a black woman hater. Oh, I'll mollywop him for you, friend. But he's not gonna see his dad saying all that shit to you, right? So my only thing is, I would just have a table talk with him and make sure that doesn't come out his mouth around it. You know, like, keep your table talk at the table so y'all can unpack this internalized shit y'all going on, the colorism shit or whatever. Well, you didn't say no colors. Well, you did. You talking about white passing and shit. But that's the only way to do it, is to just not have those backwards talks around him, you know? Just be progressive. Show with actions how you're supposed to treat people. And watch, when y'all see how the world, when y'all had this white baby, and y'all see how the world, how in comparison to a white child, how black the world is going to think y'all are, I have a feeling these conversations are going to change with time. That's what I'm hoping, that it's going to change with time. She said, thanks for being nice in the first video and not dragging me. Girl, I tried. I really tried to be empathetic. And I do want to learn. Obviously, I have some issues I need to work through, but this is why I need a good black friend. Girl, what I'm scared of is that your black friend is going to tell you to leave your man, because it's not a secret that the black family has been disseminated because of the crack epidemic. They purposely, and then every time we try to get a good community going, y'all bombing it and shit, shooting us up. Like, bruh, I'm telling you, if you get a black friend, they'll probably tell you to leave that man. Like, I respect marriage, so I try to, like, look at options and, you know, try to exhaust all shit. Even if it is a military marriage, I still think marriage is marriage, bruh. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, bruh. So nobody talk about my man. Oh my gosh, she did not come to play. She was like, look, bruh. No. But yeah, my advice to you, if you don't want your son having that type of mentality, if your man ain't gonna be at least open-minded to the fact that, you know, like, these people are still gonna exist. A BBL bitch with long nails is still gonna be twerking that ass on a yacht, and there's nothing you can do about it. With her 4C fro, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, it's just nothing you can do about it. So let's just keep it out of our vocabulary. There's nothing really to warn little Junior about. He's a baby, you know, like, as long as you just keep that stuff away from him, he'll be good. Like, bruh. But let me know, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about that update? Thank you so much for sending in an update. That was very brave of you. I will say that. That's very brave. Came back on here and you're saying you're open to learn. You're open to learn. Another thing I will tell you that will not get you brownie points. Black women hate being the educators. It's come to the point where we're kind of tired of sending niggas links. We're kind of tired of sending y'all articles. We're tired of, like, old Naja, I would have been pulling up the Tulsa massacre. I would have been pulling up colorism and all that. No, we are not. No, bro. So you're good. Like, it's just a lot, bro. It's just a lot. My advice to you would really, you're going to have to get comfortable in black spaces, or get you a corporate girly. Get you a boss CEO where they got something to lose, where they can't post certain shit on social media. Like, I don't know. No, for real. These stereotypes are, that's why I'm like, bruh, all stereotypes are rooted in some sort of truth. You just need to break it down. Like, yeah, the black woman's gonna be mad. Like, like, yeah, I'm gonna have nails. Yes, I'm gonna have fake hair. Okay. Like, it just is what it is. It just is what it is. But yeah, some of the city girls do be nice. And then I know like in the culture, sometimes, you know, you will get a little nice nasty. We can test you, you know, on some Florida shit. That's some stuff, you know, on some immature shit I've seen going out in certain spaces. You know, people will, you know, test you, see if you can hang. You seen Jocelyn Cabaret? You seen Baddies? Like, come on now. But let me get into this last one because I'm doing too much. This is the last one. This is the begging for the friendship with the girl who was the unicorn. So thank you so much for sending me in your update. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But we got to get on to this last one because I'm rambling now. I just looked at the time. All right. So, Miss Unicorn. I noticed I left a lot of holes in the story, and I'm sorry for that. Oh, and by the way, she's not the unicorn. Her and her man, who lives in Mexico because he got freaking deported for some reason, were busting down this girl together. And then the bust down somehow got a car off of this man. He done bought her a car on his credit. And then he got deported. She stopped paying the car note. Then the man is hitting her up from Mexico, talking about something, you need to talk to my girl. You need to talk. Trying to orchestrate some threesome fantasy from another country. Like, it was just a lot going on. It was a lot going on. So I'm sorry. I definitely sent my entry at a time I was highly emotional and everything just happened. To answer your question, girl, yes, he was being a whole nigga in that situation. I was about to say, because I'm like, something is off because y'all were low-key cool. Like, the girls were cool. And then here he go, man, I need to, no, stop. You always ruin it. Like, the dudes always ruin it. They always ruin it. So it was him being a dog. Also, he and I are planning on getting a house and starting a family. Oh, wow. So yes, I do have a car, and his family actually helped me get my car, and it's a little cute sporty coupe. Okay, babe. So before Mexico interrupted our plans, we both had cars, and we were going to actively start looking into the housing market. And while we stayed at home with his parents and saved up some money. So, and during that time, I went back to school for nursing. Yes, ma'am. So when I met her, she didn't have anything. She didn't have no man. Her family didn't help her. And I had all of my new stuff. So basically, she peeped I was being taken care of by him. And that I had a good support system. See, y'all, and y'all be thinking we'd be drama out. We're like, bro, you do these threesomes, these bitches be wanting your man. Look. Let me say this. My dude is just too damn giving. Girl, he was tricking, girl. And I had to tell him, you cannot help everybody, especially if they're not helping themselves or don't have anything going for themselves. He's Mexican and his family is very traditional and loving. And I can honestly say that despite the drama, he did learn his lesson and understands that. Now, look, that is one thing about the Mexican man. They might, you know, have a little affair once every 10 years. But that food going to be on that fridge. That house is going to be built the fuck up. Them cars going to be in that driveway. What do you mean? That truck going to have gas in it. This is crazy. So, now, he did not care either way about that relationship, but I can understand how him butting in was just doing too damn much. Yeah, it was just too much. I did tell him that too. He did know how I felt about her in the situation. That's why in March, I just left her alone. Now, she did come back on her own when it came to just me. He wasn't communicating with her unless it involved a car, the car that he got in her name. So when she came back in my life, I thought she was being genuine and I didn't think about it and talk to him about it. And he agreed that we should just be friends because me and her cared about each other. The only thing he did was ask if she talked to me because when I reached out that she wasn't going to be on her BS again. Also, she had some things she left behind and I was like, hey, do you want them? Only for her not to respond to me. She used to do that too back in the day, now that I'm thinking about it in the other story. The only time she responded was when she was running the toll away and had the registration for the car come to the house and she needed to pick it up. And that's when she was like, oh, we need to hang out. Also, we were not desperate for her. She just made it seem like it when even in the group chat, we were on Instagram, she would always talk first. So what I said is yo man was desperate for the triangulation, right? And in turn, he was making you do things that came off as desperate. That's what I said. Because I remember he would be in Mexico like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. And in turn, you would do it. That's your man. And now you over here looking crazy. That's what happened. Oh, my goodness. I honestly got tired of her because I'm working on myself and my relationship during a difficult ass time. Yes, you're right. It should have strictly been business and then done after that. But she would literally always bring me up to my dude and be like, I love you guys, and doing this love bombing shit. And she tried to make it seem like we were in her phase. But no, we remained polite. But she was really, because she wasn't causing any trouble. But now when you want to be friends again, this was when repo letters are starting to come in. Oh no, the car is getting repoed. I told my dude about it and he was like, I can't do anything. I'm in Mexico. So he did talk to her about when is she making her payments. But I felt if you got behind, why don't you say something? He did try to get her car repossessed because we don't even know where the hell she's at. But this bitch is like a ghost. She's on my block list, but as of recently, she's been to 2 dealerships trying to trade the car in. Wow. She's trifling. I know this because she told him that via text. The dealership told her she can't because that's not her car. Like, what the fuck? Girl, he is still stuck out in Mexico, so I don't know why he's even trying to do all this. He did tell me as soon as he comes home, he's going to handle the situation and get that car from her. I've advised that he reported stolen, but he doesn't know if that will work because she's on the insurance. Damn. Yes, he and I have definitely learned our lesson with her. I don't want another unicorn or anything, and he respects that and understands that now. He was definitely too freaking, let's just say biscuit happy and just wanted to smash, but it just got too personal. So we're still together and moved past this. Now all this man talks to me about is fishing and making me happy and supporting me with school. So when his time comes, all he's concerned about is going back to work, making his money, and back to spoiling me with no raggedy ass bitches attached. I know that's right. I've definitely been more protective of my energy with these girls and these relationships because I do have a good partner and he loves me and his family loves me. And I definitely cherish that more than ever. And now I got me a little promise ring. Not you got a promise ring, girl. This is just dumb, especially on my part. I just should have continued to focus on us instead of inviting her to our relationship. Now I'm more focused on school, my mental, being around my actual friends. And also, the 3 people in the bathroom was her bestie, her, and my play sister. Oh, there was like a party where a girl was being grown in the bathroom. So long distance has been hard for me and the mans, you know. And we talk every day, and we've definitely learned how to communicate better. And it's made us grow closer and stronger. I'll be so happy when he comes home and things fall into place. I've been praying and writing in my journal. Some days are harder than other, but I am so grateful of my support system. Anyway, thank you for reading my story. It's a lot going on, and it's a done deal with her and me. She is not worth it. I'll continue to work on myself. Till then, thanks, Naja and Tribe. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Have a happy holidays and a happy new year. And I was laughing so hard when you read my story, girl. I was pissed typing that out. I do appreciate the read on it all, too. And thank you again. Yes, thank you for sending one in. Not the promise ring choreo. The promise ring. My name is Tiffany. No, it's her name is Tiffany. Hey, y'all know me. Bro, nobody knows about Tiffany Evans, I swear. Miss I'm grown now. Bro, that's like, it's like such a cringy era, but it's just so funny to look back at now. But yeah, girl, thank you so much for the update. Thank you so much for the update, Brad. Like, I'm glad that y'all are in better spirits. Y'all done kicked this bitch to the curb. I don't know what y'all about to do about this car. I don't know what you about to do about this car. Isn't there a way that you can take them off? Like, if you were to go to the DMV and re-register it and, like, take it. I don't know. She kind of got your ass with that insurance. Let me know in the comments, y'all, if y'all have any idea how they can get out of that predicament, because it seems like they got, man. But, hey, I love a little happy ending. Okay? We will be back with another Tribe Tea next week. I'm going to take a little break from updates because I don't really have enough to do a full stream. So I'm just going to read like normal full entries that you guys have been sending me. If you have an update, even if you just sent me in a story, you are more than welcome to send it all in because we're reading them. It don't matter how recent they are, okay? Y'all be safe. Make sure you go through your receipts. Make sure you're not over here doxing nobody, child. Like, keep it cute, okay?